I'm drunk now.
If you haven't already subscribed to Harris Tribe Media Group, go on over there and subscribe to them. Check them out, see if that's the kind of content you get down for, man. Shout out to the Harris Tribe.
And man, definitely listen, a husband and wife duo, man, let me tell you, if you listen to these two, you can see how in tune they are with each other.
Very powerful.
And that's the thing that I love about them. And their sincerity, their transparency, all of that stuff. And so when you get a husband and wife duo, man, because, a lot of people get on here and talk about marriage and all of this stuff, but they're not interacting in the process, live, and so I respect these two for doing that, and shout out to the Harris Tribe Media Group.
Peace.
Hello. It's Thursday.
It's good.
How y'all doing out there?
Everybody's doing good.
Thank God it's Thursday. We made it.
Word up. What it look like?
Welcome
what
to
it
He
look
Said, She
like
Said, Love and Abundance.
in the building.
How you doing today, mister?
I am doing well, Mrs. How are you
awesome.
today?
Doing pretty good.
Fix myself for you. How you doing, beautiful?
You know, got a magician over here.
A little something for
Okay.
you. How you doing? You all
I
right?
like
How was your
things that
week?
Tingle.
No, that's right.
Chang-a-lang.
Talk about it.
How y'all doing? Y'all in the spirit? Are y'all in the end of the year holiday spirit?
It is the end of the year.
It is.
It is.
It's been a year.
That's the. You know what?
We rode the ride together.
That's the thing.
And we didn't get off.
Yes, indeed. That is the
I unbuckled
title.
my seat a couple of times.
Oh, damn.
It's kind of crazy.
You have a sip on that. Oh, damn.
Off the rocker.
But yes, it has been a year.
It has been.
And that's our title tonight. That's the theme we're gonna roll with.
Mm-hmm. Hope y'all are well.
Absolutely. Hope everybody's well. Hope everybody's week was good. How was your week, Mrs. Harris?
It was okay. It's getting colder. I'll tell you that.
It is.
But we know colder. So this is nothing, but it's cold now. It's definitely getting there. No snow yet.
Right.
Not sure if we're gonna get a white Xmas.
Right.
But you know, we're here. We're here for it.
We are.
Prepared.
So let's go ahead and set the stage a little bit. Get our little mood music going. Shout out to EV Mux for always supplying the pleasantries to create a certain ambiance.
Got a couple little gadgets and
true indeed.
Fun things to play with in the back.
No, that's right.
Just saying.
And he got some stuff inside the computer too. But yeah, tonight the title is it's been a year. Because it has. It has been a year. Shout out to everybody checking in. It looks like we got YouTube and Twitch going tonight. Yes. Sorry, Facebook.
Hop on over.
You guys
Come on over.
Are not allowed to play in the reindeer games today. Like the missus said, y'all can come on over, right?
Come on over.
Y'all pop on over to YouTube. We
try to be full inclusive.
Absolutely. Yeah. And Vice is in the building. What
up,
bro?
Hey, Vice.
Hope all is well.
Like I said, we know that cold is cold and really cold in other places.
Yeah, that's exactly what Vice was alluding to. We're getting ready for that snowstorm vibe up here, y'all.
Oh man,
yeah, it's gonna be a lot of little bambinos running around in about 9 months.
Okay, that mountain hibernation
From
is
mountain
something. It's unique. It's unique.
We got one upstairs.
Need them heated blankets for real. Yes. Those 9-month winters.
We do.
Yes.
And shout out to my guy. See my guy Dino in the building.
Yes. Hey, Brooklyn is in the
Where
house.
My guy at? Shout out to my guy
brother?
Dino. Free Voice Finest right there. Shout out to the family. Shout out to my whole team over there.
Some good conversations.
Word
when
up.
He pop on. So
I see sis is up in the building. Hey sis.
Hey lady.
Hope all is well. That was an amazing stream you had today. You brought up a lot of clarity. Move those clouds.
Let y'all
like
see.
Storm. Let y'all
something.
See. A little something deeper. But yeah, that was an amazing stream. Shout out to Red Lipstick Vibes, where the vibe is always positive. And y'all go check out my man Dino, Twain Glover.
On
Brooklyn
IG,
Dino
Instagram.
on IG. Always got a dope conversation going on. So y'all go check him out. Don't forget to throw hashtag LIA in the chat so you can promote your channel.
Right. The Nightbot will add your link to your channel in the chat.
Absolutely. Shout out to Nightbot, always on the job. He's been with us for the later half of the year.
Yes. It's a great tool.
Yeah, but been around for a while. So if you content creators need a little bit of help with the moderation and, you know, just helping people get their channel out, different information, check out Nightbot. Shout out to Nightbot.
Shout out to Red Lipstick.
Hey, the vibe is always positive.
Sister always giving us some great tips and pointers, which is always awesome. We appreciate it, love.
Absolutely. And always hits us behind the scenes to take a look, to give an eye, and that's appreciated and respected. That she even holds us to an esteem to give us a call
standard. That's right.
In situations like that. So shout out to you.
Yeah.
And you guys see the title. It's been a year. You know, and those months they flew past. Like this is the last one. We in the 12th month
of 2022.
So shout out to each and every last one of y'all for pushing it through and getting to this point. And we just gonna reflect a little bit. Got some fun videos. Got some, conversations to have.
Just a little bit.
And
I'm glad y'all popped in.
Let's do this. Give a thank you.
Yeah.
Right? Because whether you're a supporter or a critic, a naysayer, fellow content creator, we appreciate you hitting the like button, the dislike button, commenting, sharing, whatever the case may be. But it definitely goes noticed.
Yes.
And appreciated.
Yes, absolutely.
What do you think about that, Mrs.?
I mean, and that's any relationship. You have to notice, when you notice someone F's up, you should notice when someone is doing something good or doing something right or appropriate, so those affirmations are always welcomed, and we all need to be able to take the praise as well as the critique, so
true indeed.
Lessons learned.
True indeed. And like I said, just the fellow content creators, it's appreciated. The inspiration, the entertainment, while we, chilling in the room or doing chores or whatever, but it can make an hour go past like it's nothing.
Right. Listening to y'all.
And it's appreciated. And again, hitting that like button and or not, or hitting the dislike button, whatever the case may be, but that engagement is appreciated and noticed because it adds up after a while.
Much appreciated.
So I don't think you ever want that to go unnoticed. Man, a prestige in the building. Shout out to an amazing content creator.
Awesome. Listening to him earlier. Shout out to you, brother.
Shout out to you, my brother.
Great discussion.
Y'all go over there and hit that subscribe button, or you can just type hashtag LIA in the chat, man, prestige, and promote your channel, because the information that you give up over there and just the elegance in which you go about, administering the information is dope.
And today was good. It was real good for, I would say, whether you're, seasoned like us or you're younger folk. He had, I think, 7 questions to ask during a first date or before even going to that first date, right? It has to be some type of communication before we're asked to go on a date, right?
Absolutely.
Either way.
Absolutely.
So 7 questions. So check out what he did today. It was quite a great, information.
Okay. Dino got a question. Shout out to my guy Dino in the chat. He said, "What did you guys learn this year?" That's an amazing question.
A lot, for one.
That's an amazing question. What you got, Mrs. Harris?
Oh man, I can run down a list. Let's say I remember that 3rd grade is hard because I'm now teaching it.
Shout out to you. Okay.
I learned how to navigate the Roadmaster as well as the EV Mux on my own, which is awesome.
Absolutely.
Watching hubby and him showing me and critiquing and learning how to also do things on Canva and make thumbnails and things like that.
True indeed.
So shout out to Red Lipstick Vibes for assisting with that as well. A lot of technical stuff. Learned more about herbs and the weeds around us that they tell us are weeds and are unhealthy. They're actually some that are really good for you. So
Accurate.
focused on that with our third grader as well. Stay away from where the cars are because those are not as healthy, of course, the fumes and such. But man, I can go on and on. But
Absolutely.
I definitely
I'll jump in
learned some
though.
stuff. What about
I
you?
learned a plethora of things. I learned a lot in regards to my profession. You know, I changed positions, and now I am in loss mitigation. So I'm learning a lot as far as protocol, you know, standards of operations, things of that nature. Personally, I've learned tremendously. Just the human interaction, the nature of people, the commonality of relationships and interaction. I've learned the different, you know, attachment styles, the different coping mechanisms, the different barriers and walls in which people put up. A lot of reading and you know, diving into that, and about the development of our family. I did a lot of learning as far as individual attention that everybody needs. You know, one of the most important things that I learned is that being able to sit down with each and every last person individually in my family and get an overall view of what they are trying to achieve, whether they're sure or not, but being able to be that liaison between, you know, mom and the kids, the bigger kids and the littler kids, and just the whole family dynamic. It learned, you know, I learned a lot about myself and how I need to curtail how I receive and react to each and every last person. How, you know, some medicine is going to be delivered regardless of how painful or painless it is, and then maybe I'll backtrack and redirect or curtail or whatever the case may be at that time. So, you know, different things professionally, different things personally. About the missus, just learning that, you know, she has so many amazing thoughts and amazing views that sometimes, you know, standing back and just letting her go is the best course of action. When sometimes, you know, before I would kind of want to jump in and kind of guide or assist or, you know, just try not to get you to go to 10.
Go to hood.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I've definitely learned the points to absolutely do that. But,
Yes.
you know, I've been learning a lot lately that it's better to kind of just pull back and just let you go. And then, you know, we go from there.
Right.
So
think you
that's
know
a great
me pretty
question.
well.
I
You
mean,
know.
that's a great question.
Yeah.
Because reflection, you know, 12 months, if
It's
you
a long
haven't
time.
reflected and at least looked at yourself and the decisions that you've been making, that says a lot. What do you think, Mrs.
I mean,
Robin?
that self-assessment is the best thing, right? So when someone comes to critique, you can at least may have reflected on such behavior or, you know, whatever it was. So it is good. And I appreciate your management skills.
Thank you.
Because and then come from too much, you know, of that. So, you know, it's a blessing to have a partner to model that type of behavior, you know, because it keeps me on my toes, you know, because you can take anybody out of the hood,
True
but you
indeed.
cannot take the hood out of those people.
True indeed.
That's like Judge Mathis could be on his show. I love him. You know, crackhead mentality is a crackhead mentality. You can be 20, 25 years out of it. He'll call it out.
Right.
Off
Shout out to
topic,
my
but
uncle checking in. Shout out to Scurry on the check. Brooklyn's
Peace,
finest right there.
peace.
Hope all is well,
Welcome.
Unc.
yes,
Red
that was a great
checked
question.
in.
Thanks, Twain.
Red said,
Mr.
I am
Clever.
listening to be okay without mom. Oh, she said,
Learning.
I'm learning. I'm sorry. I'm learning to be okay without mom. Learning these YouTube screets. as fast as I did, taught myself video animation, website development, just a few things. Absolutely. And then, you know, passing that baton on and teaching others. So
here, you
shout
take
out
that.
to you.
Take that.
And that's something that, you know,
Thank
all
you.
of us in that club, sis, got to learn to cope.
Yes.
With being able to understand that mom is no longer here. And it's not, you know, it's not an easy club to be a part of, but it's a club nonetheless. And you know, they're proud of us, the way we're pushing on, what we're doing, the information we're giving, whether or not, you know, people agree with us or not. But I think they would be proud that we even putting ourselves out there on the chopping block, making ourselves susceptible to, you know, give this information and move forward like that. What do you think? Dad's sitting up there too.
I mean, you know, he's known his daughter to be very outspoken.
Oh, that's right.
So, you know, this is nothing new, but I think I've learned to curtail it, you know, because of the traumas and triggers and, you know, emotional baggage before you understand. So, you know, sometimes it causes us to not be able to communicate well or receive information or critique or anything well because of those things.
Gotcha.
You know, so now it's easier, and, you know, I'm a little more willing to accept any of those things because the peace that I feel from whatever shame I felt from growing up, bad decisions, foolish behavior,
whatever the case may be. Right.
Que sera, sera.
No, that's right.
Well, you know, I feel peace in the decisions that I've made, you know, and the changes and the growth and all of that. It's just, you know.
Okay.
It's awesome. So we're here now.
I like the que sera, sera.
Word.
That's not bad. All right. Let's do an icebreaker. I want to share a screen. I want to set it up first. And let's see. Let's set it up over here.
Take your time, young man. Marcus is in the building. How y'all doing?
Hope everybody is good.
Y'all coming in.
Hope y'all had a good week. Let us know how y'all week was. I'm setting up a share screen right now because we want to welcome Sis back.
Yes.
Sis was out the space for a little bit, but she's back now. And we want to welcome her back.
Yeah. Need a little me time.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to step back.
A little woosah.
Take a little step back to take a step forward.
Yeah.
And what we're going to do is let's bring up one of her buddies.
My guy.
Let's get rid of this music real quick. Let's see if we can do this.
Baby, it's Christmas, so I'ma bring you a gift. I'm switching up seasons, and guess who's on the naughty list? Halloween is over, no need to keep the pumpkins lit. Tell 'em 31 just ain't enough, so I'ma take the 25th. When you're home alone, I'm bringing you just one gift. When you're home alone, I'm giving you just a tip. When you're home alone, I'm bringing you just one gift. When you're home alone, I'm giving you just a tip.
Shout out to Santa Claus, Michael Myers, Jingle Bells.
Shout out to the mistletoe. Mistletoe.
Shout out to Red Lipstick Vibes. That was our homie right there from Halloween.
Man.
I don't know what he doing on Christmas. Somebody must have told
he pulled
him
the blade out.
that it was okay. But goodness gracious, Merry Christmas, ladies.
No more Santa. We got Michael Myers. Yo. That was for you, sis. That was for you.
Welcome back, sis. Shout out to Red Lipstick Vibes. But y'all see the thumbnail in the title. It's been a year.
It's definitely been a year.
12 months. Anything you guys want to reflect on? Feel free to type it in. But let's go here. Mrs. Harris. Yeah, buzzwords, talking points, etc.
Yes.
It started out with solutions. Remember, everybody said it was going to be about solutions, and we all get into how to deal with this stuff.
Right. Versus we knew what the problem was, right?
Yeah.
Continue talking about the problem. Solutions.
Turns into a year buzzwords and phrases.
Yeah. Clicks. Like high school.
Yo.
Classrooms, lunchroom.
But you know.
That's the feel I kept getting. Fun. You know.
Serves a purpose. But when is the purpose fulfilled?
Better than TV.
I think we had to get to the destination eventually. You know, like we go out for the year. It's not really any time we just stop. You know, we always take into consideration moderation. But, you know, from January through, it's not a particular months or times in which we don't go out.
Yeah,
right?
no.
So, July, you know, September,
winter, spring.
Really don't matter.
Right.
And we've been going out here in Maryland for a couple of years. Would you say 2 years? Yeah.
Solid, having some nice regular spots to go to. I say, at least 2.
Nice atmosphere.
Yeah, at least 2. Yeah. Yes. Meeting some great folks.
Yeah, meet some nice people. Meet some nice people. And we noticed the single people that come and
great security. Shout out to y'all.
Absolutely, shout out to security.
We love our
shout
officers and shit.
Staff.
Y'all are awesome. Yes.
They always show love.
Absolutely.
But we notice a lot of people mingle and they come out, single, couples, so on and so forth.
Same faces.
But a lot of the same faces, like you allude to. And do we come to the nightclub, to the cigar lounge? Do we come to enjoy ourselves, maybe meet somebody, enjoy the music, have a drink? But is that everybody's intention?
I don't know. I think I might say it a lot. I don't know if it's a purpose for everyone to find somebody. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you said, it's everybody, we just going out to have some fun, you know, and if something happens, I meet somebody, then, you know, by all means. Yes. But I'm not moving in that fashion of, it's going down tonight. If I feel somebody's energy up close, they brush past me, it just feels nice, I might have to reach out and touch somebody or drink or something, you know? But I don't think we're there.
Okay.
I think people go out to more show off, have fun and show off. True outfits and hair and shoes and
shout out to Lady Hale on the check-in.
Jewelry,
Lady Hale,
cars,
as well.
Shades.
Shout out to you and the sir. Yeah, they do. They go out to show off.
Popping in the nightclub, dark time. Shades.
Shout out to my guy in the building, Os Blicky.
I'm blind. I can't see.
Sync with the universe, pulling in.
Welcome, y'all. It's
Knowledge
been a year.
and relationships pulling in. Shout out to M3, Intellectual Soapbox, whole team over there. IXL pulling in. What up, my bro? Hope you're doing well. Pour a glass, man. Enjoy yourself. It's the end of the year, man. Like, we go out, we have fun. We see a lot of people out having fun.
Yes.
Why aren't these people connecting? Mrs. Harris, why these people aren't meeting?
Oh man.
It's puzzling to me. They look amazing. They smell amazing.
Yes, y'all do be looking amazing and smelling amazing.
Hats and
I don't know.
dresses and shoes but we see a lot of them still 2 years later.
I think at our age, you know, in the age bracket that we, you know, may party with, everybody's been through some shit, man. Everybody's been through some stuff. So I think those walls are up, you know, and it takes a lot for people now to knock each damn brick down. And most people are kind of drained and don't want to do that. And women are at a point where they don't want to give in order to get any more. They feel like they gave enough. I'm done. I'm not, you know what I mean? The next man, now he got to give me wrong niggas, and you know, it's a cycle. It's a cycle. So I think it's a wall.
Okay.
And everybody are kind of going out with their representation up front versus who they really want to be comfortable with around someone genuinely.
Okay.
To, you know, create a bond, connection.
Okay. So what I want to do is I want to share a screen and I'm gonna pull up a video of not a nightclub, but still a couple on a date. And Mrs. Harris, I want to know what you and you guys in the chat think. I'm gonna drop the link in a second. If anybody want to come up, reflect on the year. It's been a year.
Yeah, I'd like to see what dates look like now.
It's been a year, and you know, you can reflect on anything you wish. We're going to play a couple of fun videos and just have a couple of conversations. But you guys check this out.
What you need order to go? What you need order to go for? For your kids.
You already had me wait an hour and a half. So it's for my kids.
For your kids?
Yeah, you owe me that.
And they with their daddy? No, dead ass.
Oh my God. So that's so go ahead and bring another steak and some potatoes. Okay.
No, don't bring no potatoes.
Sesame sauce.
No, bring the check. I'm paying for my meal and your meal. I'm not paying for your kids' meal. No.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not paying for their kids' meal. No.
So you don't think you owe me after having me wait an hour and a half?
I told you I owe you. I owe you one. I'll take you out again.
And so you're gonna pay for my kids' food?
No, I'm not doing that.
Can you please go ahead and
I'm not doing that. No. Hold up, beautiful. Hold on. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Why you not bring two, please?
What's in there, Kiera?
Bring 2 orders.
Why should I do that, Kiera?
Because you sitting right here on the date.
I was late to the date.
Can you bring 2 orders?
But I'm saying, why would I get her kids food? Why would I get her kids some food? They with their daddy.
She was right here.
They daddy should be feeding them.
She was waiting.
You say you order a steak for your son? How old is he?
He ate.
He ate eating steak. He eating the same way I eat. Nah, hell no. Hell no. I'm straight. I'm cool. Don't put that on my bill.
Give him
Don't put that on me.
Make sure you put a side of A1 sauce as well. He paying for all of this today.
I'm not paying for all that. No, I'm not paying for all that.
Yes, you are.
You gonna get her fired up in here.
She ain't gonna get fired.
No, I'm about to go back in the kitchen. You got me messed up, bro. I'm about to tell her right now. No, for real. I'm telling her right now. No, you got messed up. I'm not paying for that. No, I'm not. I'm not paying for this food. I'm not paying for this.
She sat here and watched
Just because I was late. Just because I was late, I'm not paying for this. No, I'm not doing that.
And then I thought we already at Red Lobster. You couldn't take me nowhere.
I'm about to go back to the kitchen. I'm going back to the kitchen. I'm not paying for this. I'm about to leave. You gonna pay for my food and your food and what you just ordered in here. No, listen, no, I'm straight.
I've been here since I was 15.
Okay, I told you I owe you one. So I mean, I'll take you out again.
Whatever.
Do something for you, but I'm not doing something for your kids.
Whatever.
No, I ain't even met your
I
kids.
want you to make sure that my kids eat too.
Man.
What you guys think so far? Those amazing people appear to be on a date. Like I said, not a nightclub, but restaurant. Turns out to be Red Lobster. And he was late, an hour, sounds like. And he exclaimed to her, "I owe you one." I'm not sure if we all know what "I owe you one" means, but
Could mean a lot of stuff.
as you see, she in turn wants him to buy a steak dinner for her 8-year-old son. What say you, Mrs. Harris?
Oh, two kids. Oh man. Oh, this is what y'all gotta go through nowadays. I mean, the audacity of all of it. Because you could have waited that hour, and if you were just that, you know, displeased with that, thank you, but I'm rolling out. Like, you didn't even have to entertain the date. So we make a lot of goddamn choices. Like, I thought it was rude. I thought it was extremely rude, and she had the audacity to want this man to feed her children on a date. I'm trying to fuck with you. I'm not trying to fuck with your children. I don't know why a lot of women don't understand that. You know, I understand you want these men to love up on your children, but they'll do that if they decide to wife you. So you have to be worthy. Like, it's so delusional that they are going out there and they're really expecting these things. And I love Red Lobsters. Like, you know what I mean? Am I just a cheap date? No, it's food. But I'm confused. Y'all watch too much reality shows. Like, can you pay for that? Those high class names? I don't even know none of the names because I could care less. You know, $1,000 plate or $400 steak or a $95 steak. Like, you know, I'm just not that person. So I'm just confused with the expectations of these women. But you got a 2 children load, and you really expect all of that? Y'all got to do some self-reflecting. You know, mothers, we need to do a better job with these young women, especially them going out there and they already got, you know, some cubs in tow. It's amazing. It's a little disrespectful. So I think that's my point on that. Damn.
Sis agrees. She said, this girl is crazy, baby.
It's amazing.
Mage is in the house. Hey, Mage. How you doing, sister? Oh, it's Blicky.
Feel for y'all out there.
He checked in. He said, hell no. Laugh out loud. She thirsty for what? She is an angel. Holiest of holy. But I don't think they're done yet. Let's bring them back.
I love the babies, but the audacity, man, it's amazing.
They almost finished.
Man, y'all see this, man? Look, I'm recording this. Look, y'all see this shit, bro? I'm recording, bro. Hey, she go back to the kitchen. Hey, yo, get her. Get her. Hey, yo. Hey, don't put that order in. Hey, don't put that order in. That made my kids. Don't put that order in. Don't put that order in. That made my kids. For real, like, I'm about to give me my check. I want just my check with my. You know what I'm saying? I want my check. Okay, don't put them kids on my bill. Them ain't my kids. You know what I'm saying? Them ain't my kids. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to put a bill on me and them ain't my kids. Hell no, bro. She's trying to put a bill on me and them ain't my kids. I'm late to the date. She's trying to make me get some food for her and her kids. What's wrong with that? What you mean, what's wrong with that? You late. It's my first date. I ain't even met the kids yet. You late. I'm late. I gotta buy them steak. She said steak and 2 chicken tenders. What's wrong with that? Come on, y'all. Y'all ain't on my side. Ain't nobody on my side, man. Hey, it's cool though. It's cool though. Whatever. It's cool though. She gonna take that shit off.
Am I crazy? Am I crazy? I mean, I just grew up. I grew up in a different world. I'm not that old, man. It's amazing. The waitress, even at the table before you play the second part, like she's just like co-signing, and that's not your job.
I mean,
if I'm paying respectfully, put what I say on there. Okay, anything extra, pass her a fucking bill. Like, and that's just as simple as that. So the audacity of these other women in this facility and the people in there, and that was an elder. That was an older person. You was late. If you were that, you should have left. Me having to pay for food, that's not an exchange of that. I think the best, reward is for me to just have walked out of there. I wouldn't even entertain the date. Once you got there,
that's stealing now. Now you're stealing. They might call the police.
How? I'm not eating.
Walking out. We
didn't eat. If he showed up late, once he got there, I'm gonna exit. Okay. Thank you for not respecting my time.
He showed up late. Okay.
I'm gonna roll out and pay for whatever drink I may have had waiting for him. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not gonna entertain the date.
Let's check these check-ins and then I'll let you know how I feel. Equality. #equality. Knowledge and relationships. Superiority, right? We know.
That ain't equality.
Facts. Let's
That's
see what
greedy.
Mage said. I would have ran out the door. Laugh out.
Now you got to pay for all the food, chick.
I'm gone.
Like,
You
wow.
going outside for real, for real. Yep, we're gonna get to it, IXL. We're gonna get to it.
Oh man.
What the devil they said? What's wrong with that? They did say that.
They did. I was a little shocked.
You gotta be kidding me. They are not kidding you, sis.
We just, I don't know.
This is not a man's world. I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
Yeah, that died along with that song.
At the same time, I'm gonna get on him a little bit.
Okay, please.
Mage said, why would he sit back down with her? Great question, Mage. Great question. Why would he sit back down?
Because he probably would have hit it. If I could still hit it, I mean, you know, I'm gonna just saying, you know. And some men like that toxicity. They like the back and forth challenge, you know, the challenge of her, you know, the audacity of her. Now I want to hit it, and when I get to hit it, I might be rolling out. Either way. So, you know, I don't know.
This hoe is begging demons. She's definitely begging. Mage checked in. I would rather have split the whole bill just because, you know, she rude. She's definitely rude.
She wasn't trying to hear even split
my guy up here.
Let's see, let's hear that.
Mr. Dash. He said Mr. Dine and Dash.
Dine and Dash.
What's up, Mr. Dine and Dash?
Okay.
What's going on?
Steal all the biscuits.
But here's my thing. Why he ain't just pay and that's how much it costs to be done to her? That's the way I look at it.
You do.
Sometimes you get what you pay for. It might be expensive, but it's worth it.
See, I'm cheap. Ain't doing all that. If I was a man, I'm be like him.
Pay for the kids. And those kids' meal is $120, sir. Here's $240.
Now, bye, Felicia.
Get this chick away from me.
Be nice, bye, Felicia.
And I'll give you a tip too on top of the $240. Get this chick away from me. You know what she gonna be thinking? That nigga just paid $300 to get me away from him. Can you imagine the life he could have gave to me?
I mean, yeah.
Could you imagine the life he could have had together? He just paid $300 to get me away from him.
Yeah.
When she laying in the bed after eating that steak, she did that nigga pay $300?
She gonna be calling him. You know, I feel bad about how I treated you. Let me take you.
How
out.
you doing today, sir? What's going on, brother?
Mr. Dine Dash.
Chilling.
No sound.
I hear the. Y'all hear me now? Yes, no, maybe so.
We got you.
Y'all on like a serious echo though. I don't know, maybe it's me. I can't hear y'all. See, the mic is muted on your end, brother.
We got you.
What up, sis? Babe, say hi.
Hi. How y'all doing?
I don't know. Thank you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
He came in with that.
He came in
Xfinity
with
internet. Came in here trying to throw us off. What you got? Cox or Xfinity? What you got, man?
Come on, computer love. All right, let's see what's popping.
Big.
Nah, yo, I'm getting like mad feedback from y'all. The reverb is real over there. What y'all remixing shit? What's going on? Can't hear you. Mic is muted.
We know. You can take over.
I can't. Anyway, welcome to the Season Nikki Show with your guest host, your boy, the original bad man, me and Cairo the cat, and Babe sitting over there doing nothing. See, all right. Today we talking about technical difficulties and how they can affect relationships. Nah, I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going on. I'm just getting like mad echo on that end. I see y'all laughing, but I don't know if y'all talking to me or just laughing. Like, what the fuck going on, man? What's going on, B? like, no, I hear like crickets. What?
I just like I like to look at myself in the mirror and say, hey, I look good today. So why do I need to sacrifice everything?
But what does it mean for you to look good? That's what I'm saying. That's that physical, like, I'm so obsessed. They call that narcissism.
Uh-oh. Better watch your back when you leave here, Jabrizi.
No, I'm saying that's the
back.
definition of narcissism now. That's what I'm saying. Like, to be obsessed with the self.
Oh, when she look in the mirror,
when you look in the mirror,
look good instead of wondering what her man thinks of how she looks.
Of her, yeah. You're,
wow.
But that's
what I'm saying. No.
Self-confidence.
The story, where narcissism comes from, it's a story. I believe it's a Greek story. Am I correct?
What's that? Narcissism.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a myth. Yeah,
it's a myth. Yeah. Where he looked into the water, he's seen his reflection, and he looked at it so close he actually drowned.
That boy must have been fine.
That's what I'm saying. And this is the metaphor. Like, you're looking into the mirror so deeply, you're drowning. You're actually, because you keep looking in that mirror and get obsessed with how you look, everything around you is deteriorating. You're drowning in your own
the pimping
sorrow.
Is biblical. Because they always say if that hoe can't swim, then she bound to drown.
Exactly.
And you just explained how that narcissism will lead her to being drowned.
Yes.
Tabernacle. Pimp, pimp, hooray. Wow.
So that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Pimp, hooray. What'd y'all think about that? What'd you think, bro?
Oh.
Well, we gave it a shot. What'd y'all think of the video?
Yeah.
What'd you think of that video, Mrs. Harris?
Water, because back in those times, right? Mirrors.
Right.
Shit,
They
right?
did not. They did not.
See your reflection.
They
so into yourself that you drown. That's unique.
If them hoes can't swim, they
know how to swim.
to drizzle.
It's one thing to fall in. Yeah, wow.
Wally said, reboot, fam. We can't reboot. The whole show goes away if we reboot. He got to reboot.
Right.
I don't know. It was working fine. I don't know.
That was weird.
That was weird.
Yeah.
But you know what? Since that happened and that was weird, I think I'm going to have to play a video. And the first one I played, before I play the second one, remember, Mrs. Harris, I said buzzwords, right? This year?
Yes.
Talking points.
Oh, yeah.
You heard her say narcissism.
Oh, my God.
narcissists.
Oh my God.
You heard them allude to the whole illusion of the word. And what say you?
I mean, people use it very, 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 very much, to say the least.
Very loosely.
Right. And not even sure if they really understand what it is. So, we just say shit because it sounds right. We want to label people stuff. They're words. And when you find out, I think it's just that's what that part is. I've heard a lot of people say that word a lot, but I can say some other words that was buzzed up this
Absolutely.
year.
Feel
Submission.
free. Feel free.
Oh my goodness. The breaking down the definition of what being submissive or the word submission is. It's amazing.
Let's see if we can bring them back and what happens. What up, bro? Behave now.
You hear me now?
All right, now let's see y'all.
Say something. Say something.
Can you hear me?
Are you opening in Google Chrome, sir?
Nah.
When you open up?
Nah, Safari.
I would try to open up in Google Chrome. He's over there.
Can you hear us?
I can hear y'all. Without the echo this
Let's
time.
go ahead and bring this video up. Because it is very weird. It is weird. Let's see. I see Darrell Long is on the check-in. What up, man? Hope all is well, bro.
Welcome.
It's the last month of the year, man. How's your year been? How's it treating you?
It's been a year.
She said, if I hear
Disagreement?
disingenuous.
Oh, disingenuous.
If she hear disingenuous one more time, she said, oh my God, I'm gonna scream. These buzzwords, man, they use the words to death. Exactly. And like the missus said, it's creepy. But let's see if we can explain creepy real quick before we bring my brother back. Let's see if he comes back. Come on, Santa Claus. Is you there?
The real Santa Claus. Yeah.
You got a whole type of echo.
That ain't
Santa
me.
Claus
Like, I don't
got
know why I was doing that. I have no idea why I was doing that. You muted.
I don't know what's up with that.
Let's very weird, like we said before. Yeah. So let's see if we can explain this weird away.
Hey, it's gonna be a lot of people that's not gonna want me to tell y'all, that I'm getting ready to tell y'all now. Men, you need to watch who you fucking with. I'm in a whole lot of witch, oracle, empress, black women coming into the craft type groups. It is hundreds. I have seen hundreds of pictures of you dudes. Do you understand me? That these women is putting inside of these groups, and on full moons and on new moons, they straight up casting full flat out spells on y'all because y'all out here being dirty. Look, black man, tell that woman if you fucking around with somebody else, like they straight up fucking y'all lives up, and y'all think it's some invisible God out here making you have car accidents, making you being stuck to a woman, and you can't never let her go, and you can't never get away from her, cause she didn't put blood in your motherfucking food. She got your picture in the middle of a group with hundreds of other little young ass witches that ain't got no guidance, that ain't got no type of structure and discipline over them, and they just casting. You got 30 to 100 motherfucking women, y'all, sitting here saying, drive him into hell. May he pay for what it is that he did to her. Even if you just made a simple ass mistake, you know what I'm saying? You done pissed her off today. When you out here dating these women, you need to ask them what the fuck they believe in. I don't care. Just because she a Christian do not mean that she is not playing around with her witch friends and blood magic, the power.
Wait, what? It's really people playing in all types of.
Oh, absolutely.
What y'all think about that?
Absolutely.
I mean, of course, I know that the world is the world, and some things happen,
Hmm.
situations, circumstances, so on and so forth. But is there an element of people who are
A little more
devoted
crafty.
to this witchcraft, to being witchy?
I think it's always been a thing. Yes, it's always been in existence, and you know,
So when you say shit like that, you be serious with the witch, this and that, and the burning. And you okay? Okay.
That's why I said, you get to know people over time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because you would have probably ran just some of my ideas and thoughts, or just, yeah,
Okay.
it would have been creepy to, really conversate with someone who believes in reincarnation and past lives, and, the characteristics of people in astrology and the way the sun and the moon and the stars sat at a certain particular time. It created a certain type of yes. All of our
Mage said,
ancestors
"Wow."
dibbled and dabbled in these such things. There's stories like all these movies that you see that they talk about, witch trials and things like that. I mean, I can believe it.
Vice
I've
got the
heard some
twitches.
stories from friends growing
Moji's
up
gone.
about putting the blood and food and shit. Yes, yes. So some cultures, I can imagine what some of the native cultures, practice and they know about. But
Mage
me
said, "With
personally, I have no
witchcraft
idea.
is real."
Mhm.
Sis got the eyeballs up. You know what that mean right there.
Hero for that baby.
Yeah.
Voodoo, all that stuff is real.
Mm-hmm.
And I
I,
understand.
I,
I understand
Yeah, I
witchcraft
don't know
is
what's
real.
up with
I don't know
y'all.
what's going on with the sound,
We're
but
bringing you in, bro.
we'll check that out. Let's see. I know witchcraft is real. I thought it was delegated and relegated to specific areas, specific people with certain heritage and lineage. I didn't know it was just something we could pick up being girlfriends. Like, let me put you on to this witchcraft.
Mm-hmm.
You serious?
And it can just be one person who's a believer and do all the studying, but they may come across a friend who actually has the energy. They actually possess more frequency and connection to the universe than they do. So, you know what I mean? Kind of lured me to you. Look what
Okay.
I'm interested in. You really didn't have any movement till it's real.
All right. Let's see.
I've been talking about it since I was a little kid. So,
Bro, you there?
I am, but I'm not.
good night for
Let me play a couple of
company.
these things right here.
Might have to invite you back.
Default.
Switch it up.
Default.
Mm,
Audio.
We apologize. We definitely don't want that sound.
Right.
Let's see. Bro, say
Bro, say
something now,
something now, bro.
Something now, bro.
He might be on mute.
I'm not.
Say
Say
something.
something.
I'm speaking. I'm speaking. I'm talking.
Hold
Hold
up.
up,
Hold
hold
up.
up.
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
It doesn't. It
It
doesn't want to
doesn't want
play
to
with
play
you
with you
tonight.
tonight,
So
sir.
said we
Said
don't
we
want to
don't want to
play.
play.
That side, I'll just put heavy in the chat.
Harris tried to stay.
See.
Sorry. Wait a minute.
Let's
Let's
see.
see.
Say
Say
something,
something,
sir.
sir.
Something, sir. Still no good?
We have
We
to
have to
mute.
mute.
Can you hear me now? Shake your head if you can hear me clear. Wow. At least I get to talk and you fuckers can't respond. So, nah. But I don't really have nothing at the moment, so I'll just listen, and when I need to chime in, I'll go like this or something. I don't know. If not, I'll get with y'all next Thursday. Because apparently the cat think that the presence under the tree is where she sleep.
Maddie, get your cousin.
So I don't know.
Get your fur cousin.
But
Accusations. These are not accusations. This is false accusations. And accusations. These are not.
all right.
And we love
Shout
you
out to
too.
my guy. I don't know what's up with the sound.
We getting in the car.
I'm playing with the buttons.
Coming on up here.
Pause. But let's see what happens. All right. Let's keep the party going. Keep the party rocking.
You want to party? Let's party. I seen somebody
Shout out to everybody checking in.
Yelling, but I didn't hear what he was saying. Did it come up?
Shout out to Nightbot, still working in the chat.
Apologize for the technical difficulties.
I don't know what's up with this sound.
I don't know.
It sounds good when we up here, but when someone comes up, it goes left.
All right.
I don't know. Somebody else try to come up. Let's see. Maybe it was just him. Maybe he's working with Xfinity or something, or what is that? Comcast or one of those. I don't know.
Oh man.
But let's go ahead and
see what you got.
Drop another video for the missus before I get drunk up here. Y'all said the voodoo is real. Now that's scary. That's starting to bother me because, like she said, y'all wonder why people are walking around a little disturbed and not, you know, that could be why.
That's not gonna want me to tell y'all, you know.
I want to go up here. Let's go up there.
Hey, he paid for what it is that he did to her. Even if you just made a simple ass mistake, you know what I'm saying? You done pissed her off today. When you out here dating these women, you need to ask them what the fuck they believe in. I don't care. Just because she a Christian do not mean that she is not playing around with her witch friends and blood magic, the power of blood. Do you understand? Black women don't believe that motherfucking Jesus Christ shit. We know what the fuck our blood do. We have always known. I'm telling you, black men, watch who you fucking with. Almost every black woman know that if she want a man to put blood in his motherfucking spaghetti, put that shit in his motherfucking tea, whatever, they out here doing it, and I'm watching them. Black men, y'all better watch y'all motherfucking selves and start getting y'all life right. Quit playing with these women out here. They sinking y'all. All y'all asses either locked up, y'all in some fucked up shit out here. The future of the black man, these young black men, it's not fucking looking good. Like, y'all need to get into y'all wisdom, into y'all own motherfucking knowledge, and find out who you are, find out who your ancestors are. Y'all out
What you thought about all of that? That was
save yourself.
It got even more disturbing when I played the second half.
Right.
Spaghetti, and she got specific.
Yes. I mean, I've heard that when I was younger. I'm not even gonna front. I've heard it from girls and people, women in my community. Not no family members or anything like that, you know, but just, yeah, I've heard that. I'm like, you would do that? I don't know. I've watched movies like Craft. I watched a lot of witchcraft movies. So certain things like love and, you know, that type of obsession, I mean, that shit backfires on you. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I wouldn't play with anything like that, but it's just a thing.
That's
I'm gonna sit here and admit it. I've heard it.
Shout out to Kings and Dreams on the check-in, my guy.
But I think just speaking, you know, words are powerful. When people talk about this manifestation, me speaking a lot of negativity into you can hurt you, damage you, all of that. It's going to create something.
Indeed.
I may not be actually putting a specific type of spell on you.
Right.
Negativity is causing something.
So imagine if you went a little further and I get it. I get it. No doubt. I hear you.
And some things are passed down. They may have been learning these things from aunties, and others are just reading books. There's a lot of books on witchcraft. There are stores focused on getting specific things. When you had me, I had a Ouija board. He was like, "Wait a minute,
yeah,
we moving into this new house,
yeah,
maybe."
Yeah. And not only do she got the Ouija board, y'all, like she's sleeping with the shit under the what was that? The cards? That was something.
Oh, yes, I have tarot cards. Yes.
And I'm like she's like, can't use them now. Like you got it. Like this is a process. And I'm like, how the hell do you even know about the process?
Right. I wouldn't just want to be turning over cards like
goodness gracious. But no, the Ouija board, all of those things. Yeah, a little, that's the world of the unknown for me. Yes. So it was a little. It's police coming now to get your ass. Shout out to the police. We do live in Baltimore City, everybody. Just so you know, they're not coming for us, but they're coming for somebody.
They're going to help somebody. That sound like the Eminems. But yes. It's a lot of stuff going on out there. I mean, before all this technology and it's people out there doing some stuff.
Mage said, I know what the blood of Jesus do. I don't know anything else.
Things, animals, people, like, come on now.
She said, I don't play around with that other stuff. You're absolutely right. I understand.
Oh, I know it's about that grape wine in church. Give me some of that.
Give me some of that that bread and that wine, some of the body and the blood.
Well, I've heard it. So to see that actually can trace my brain back to 15 and 16 and having those conversations, group of us. Like, girl.
He said, what did I just walk into? Winter already came for her.
They out there putting spells.
They put spells on them, yo. That's crazy.
I mean, that's when the women are saying, you guys talk about, our soul ties when we have, promiscuous sex with a multiple of guys. You guys are actually creating some soul ties as well. Like these women can have some crazy holds on you and you don't even know what it is. She's sorry as you shouldn't even be dealing with her, but something just what is it? What is it, man? Her ass put a spell.
She put a spell on you.
Gotta find out who they people are.
Mage said, when I moved to Louisiana is when I started hearing men talk about women putting blood in spaghetti. And again, that's when I alluded to, of course, I know of certain people of a certain particular area of lineage, heritage of that. But I didn't know that it was just, again, once we become friends, but depending on who you are friends with, where they from, what their history is, could be the perfect storm.
And I would think it was kind of created in spite to you guys, because in the book it says we're unclean and this and that. So menstrual blood is really dirty and nasty. So if I hate you, I'm gonna put a little bit of that shit in your food too. Fuck it. I just think about back in the olden days, like can't say much because you're gonna smack them. You know what I mean? It was a different life back then.
Indeed.
You can't mouth off.
Indeed.
Can't be cantankerous and pop off in the face of no man, any size, even a younger teenage. Like it's not happening, right? Because they're gonna buck you down or whatever the case may be. So I'm gonna put it in your food.
Hello, motherfucker.
Shit.
I mean, it's real deal. So you do. What Hink
Look, what
says, Hink, protect yourself.
At all times. Shout out to Big Hink. Sis said it's a thing. And women would bury the men's underwear and make them stay. God damn.
There's a lot of little ones. I'm sure it's many out there. We ain't trying to tell y'all all the stuff, but I've been here before. So
Mr. Harris looks like he's thinking twice. Once, twice, thrice. Goodness gracious.
Right.
That is something. Because again, we think that, this is just bad luck. Some men will chalk it up to like, yo, I just got no luck, yo. Like, I just can't get right. And no, she put a spell on you. God damn. Nigga, you've been fucked from the start. But like he said, you got to treat people better. There's an easy remedy to this.
Right.
Easy remedy.
Right.
Treat people better. Treat people right.
Yes. I mean, not just that, you can treat them right or nice, but it might not be up to their standard. It needs to be more nicer.
Mm.
It's just
So
never
not right by
enough.
my standard,
Right. It's
right
just, it's
by
just
their
never enough.
standard.
If you're never satisfied, then
interesting.
goddamn, what can you do? What can you do? People
Interesting.
like that kind of run from. God damn, it's just never enough. That's too much pressure
It's a lot of pressure.
for one person to have to bear. Jeez.
Okay. So let's set up a share screen because it's been a year, Mrs. And what I want to do is let's reflect back on our year. What do you think about this year podcasting that we've been enduring? You know, again, 12 months. We've been putting out content every week.
Right. Wow.
For 52 weeks.
51 maybe. Might have took a break or two, but
right. We took a break or two, but for the most part, you know, trying to stay dedicated and obligated to this thing that we kind of created. So what's your reflection so far on, you know, again, this reaching this 12th month?
Oh man. I think we've grown a lot as far as, you know, technically, you know, coming on over to YouTube because we've been doing this for a little while.
Okay.
Yeah. It's been a good transition. I enjoy it for us. You know what I mean? Like it's never really for you guys. I appreciate that you guys are here.
Absolutely.
But you know, I'm one of them people who kind of looks to the future. I know reality is, you know, death is inevitable, right?
And amen.
So yes. So if this thing exists and it continues, you know, our children will be able to look back and reflect on us. You know, when they need lessons or they need a good laugh or they need to look back, you know, they have these videos. So it's kind of more for them. You know, if they're looking for lessons, they can go back to specific things. Like I wonder what mom and dad thought, whatever the case may be.
Indeed.
That's my mindset because I know we're not guaranteed to be here. You know, a lot of young women, you know, we got an 8-year-old. So for her to leave this type of legacy for her is great because hubby lost his mom when he was like 9. So just imagine if he would have had, you know, a legacy of videos to reflect on, look back at his mom, you know, singing shit and, you know, anything. So that I think that is just awesome that we leaving this, you know, a full year of this type of you know, discussions and topics from us. So us sharing and, you know, just growing together and them seeing it in their face, even if they can't look back in their own memories and remember.
Right.
Because people are selective on what they remember. So, you know.
No doubt. I agree. You know, just the contribution to the YouTube community, to the podcast community, to the world,
awesome folks,
and for our children to leave this sort of a documentary. But again, just another thing that we've left the world, to say that we haven't, you know, lived in this world and just taken things away. We've tried to give some things back, whether it's in a nonprofit, you know, organization, whether it's through, you know, helping our community or building a business or building a family, you know, creating kids that become positive,
citizens.
positive contributors to society. Then absolutely, you know, just always trying to contribute. And I think this is just another one of those things that, you know, people can reflect and say, well, you know, they did try to leave a little bit of information out there, and it's always going to be here. So just like, you know, the art that we create, the music that we've made, and just all of the things that we've tried to bring to the world, it's just another thing that's left here. So when we are not here, it'll still be here. So shout out to you for taking this ride, and let's check out this video. This is January. Let's flash back to January and see what we were talking about then.
Benefit of the doubt, worst case scenario. Damn.
Be able to be entertained. Like, it should be entertained at any given time. Like, instead of saying no emphatically, nah, I'm not going back, it's like, well, let me see where they at. especially from, you know, these women that are so situational that I don't know what it means to you. I don't know. What do you? I don't know. I can't speak for everybody. I don't know. I'm not, you know, I don't know. It's never that when it comes to this question is no, I ain't going back. Nah, I ain't going back. It's not, well, let me see where he at right now. Let me see if he's matured. Let me see if he's grown. Let me see if he's emphatically remorseful. Let me see if he has a strategy or a plan about how we're going to move forward. Let me see if he has some things on paper about how he's not going to do what he used to do. It's not situational like that. The benefit of the doubt is not extended like that. And this is all the reason why.
They go back into the mental block, bro. They go back to the mental block of, well, I just can't do it. I just can't do it.
It ain't got nothing to do with no mental block. Because when it's same-sex marriages, they get consideration. When it's little kids, they get consideration.
I heard they
when it's people in other countries, they get consideration. Black men don't get no goddamn consideration. We get the worst case scenario. I ain't going back. He might beat me. He might leave me. He might steal from me. Might hurt me. Might choke me. Might kill the kids. Might run off. Might never come back. Might take all the money. Might make more money than me. Be domineering. Might be controlling. Might be. We ain't never on the positive side of the damn stick.
Exactly.
And that shit is hurtful. That's that remorse that he was talking about. I've been hurt. This shit hurts out here. Y'all want to buy us a drink? Any woman that'll buy a man a drink from across the room, raise your hand. Ain't gonna be no hands. But we not only gotta buy you a drink, we gotta buy your damn friends a drink to show you we are admirable.
Consideration.
Shout out to Harris
Damn.
Tribe TikTok.
Was that Take Your Ex Back Day?
That was Take Your Ex Back Day. So that was January, y'all, and that was an episode called Take Your Ex Back Day. It was a holiday.
Man.
And like I said, it was a lot of answers of hell no, emphatically.
Right. I think we had it on our He Said, She Said Love and Abundance page on Facebook. And, you know, the question was posed all week or whatever. So we got to Thursday. Everybody.
I kind of went in. I apologize for being so passionate. But again,
no, you're absolutely right.
This is
Fast
January.
forward a year.
Fast forward a year. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all want some icing for the cake? A couple of people in the group are back with their ex.
They was emphatically no's. What? Word. Love connection. Rewind.
So, growth is a beautiful thing.
We might have planted some seeds, man.
That episode might have
witchy shit.
sparked that consideration. So that was January. And like I said, wow, looking back and okay. So it's been a year. What do you think, Mrs.? That was something.
I remember. You see, I was looking at you like, oh, he going in. That's right, man. That's right. Ugh. We don't. Men don't get the benefit of the doubt. Y'all are rarely considered. I mean, and I agree with what you said. So, you know, that's why we're here. We're trying to build a better platform where you guys can freely express yourselves.
We appreciate that.
And have a voice. So, you know.
Okay. That was January. We'll get back to that in a little bit. Let's go ahead and get another video. Let's see what I have here. I got a couple of funny ones. I want to know what you guys think about this one right here. This one is unique.
Daddy.
He's not my dad.
Really, Ava?
He's not. My dad's in jail and I miss him.
Oh, look at Daddy.
He's not my dad.
Really, Ava?
He's not. My dad's in jail and I miss him.
Did you guys get that? That was a video. She said, look at Daddy. which was mom, alluding to the gentleman that was fixing the bike. And the young lady in the video said, "That's not my daddy. My daddy is in jail and I miss him." You guys think about that? I thought that was a very unique video. I thought that I, empathize with both sides. I absolutely empathize with baby girl. Her dad is her dad and she misses him. No matter the individual person he is, no matter what side of the law he lands on, she don't see that. All she sees is daddy. And a lot of people don't really understand that point, that sometimes, the innocence of children trumps everything else. And although they may not be the most agreeable person or the most law-abiding citizen, their child only sees mom or dad. So sometimes we got to give them a little bit of grace, just for being people. Now, we definitely want to hold people accountable and we definitely want them to display responsibility. But all I'm saying is that, consideration would be admirable and the human thing to do in every instance. But in that instance, I can also, feel the gentleman that no matter what we do as men, we're not these children's dad. And a stepfather is a father with a cap. He's a father, but nonetheless, there is absolutely a ceiling. And I don't know if that's something that needs to be, always considered, to be consciously spoken of or brought up at all times, but it's absolutely a thing that exists in the dynamic of a relationship when it comes to a stepdad, so on and so forth. So, I just thought the video was heartfelt for me. Like she said, I want my daddy. My daddy's in jail. I don't care what man you put in front of me. He's nice and all of that, but he's not my dad. But from the man's lens, like, I'm here. Your dad's not here. I'm actually physically here. So I thought that was a very unique video and, very admirable that he remained silent.
Okay. It was cut short though, right before he got sick.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very short video, so
Right.
we can't
assume anything.
that he said anything. Right. I didn't get anything from him in this video, but let's bring it back since you're just coming back. Check it out.
Daddy.
He's not my dad.
Really, Ava?
He's not. My dad's in jail and I miss him.
That's not her dad. Her dad's in jail and she misses him.
I
She's
love
not
and
wrong.
appreciate the truth of the little people.
She is not wrong for missing
Not
her
at
dad.
all. And I think it's the start of, creating delusion in our young people with that shit. She know who her daddy is.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna bring some other man in and I gotta call him daddy because he acts like whatever.
Because he's sleeping with you. You can say it. You can say it because he's sleeping with you.
But when a child is fully aware that they have a father, like I don't condone that. I don't think it's okay. Because you are controlling the dynamics of this child's thoughts. Like it's not cool. That person can still be your boyfriend. They can still be respectful and call him Mr. So-and-so. Maybe
absolutely.
You want to throw uncle on that, whatever.
Mm.
But daddy, nah, don't do that. It's not when that child knows who their damn father is. Wow. Don't act like that. And they're gonna tell him like to shame her.
I mean,
for being honest. The fuck?
Mrs. Harris, don't I speak of superiority and control? These are the things. Again, I don't want to be insensitive, but it is what it is.
And that happens a lot.
Look what Mage says. She said, 1, her mom shouldn't have said that. And 2, she needs to have a talk with her.
Yep, because she could have simply said, be grateful that my friend, whatever his name is putting together this bike or doing this or that for you. Like it gives her an appreciation for men, period. You know what I mean? Not just
that part.
her father's obviously locked up. There's a love for him just genuinely because that's her dad. You know what I mean? Like, damn, man.
Shout out to Isaiah on the check-in. What up, bro? No, you're
know,
absolutely
ladies,
right.
I want to know, like, is it really that hard to find a common understanding that, you know, men are needed and necessary? They're human beings. They have feelings and emotions as well. Because I really don't think that a lot of y'all believe that. I think y'all think that they are like completely different creatures than a human. They get no consideration, no empathy or sympathy, you know, unless it's your son, your brother, your uncle, your father, grandfather, you know, and it's kind of unfair.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
kind of unfair because we want all the consideration. We want complete strange men to save us when we are in harm's way, you know, break open car doors when there's a big crash. All the men come running to the cars. They're the first ones to come break open the damn doors and shit. Like, even if it ain't no fire, man, I've seen these things. So, you know, some great men out there, and they do step up. And I think we need to go into the world with this type of respect every day. You know, it is some threatening places, and you need to mind how you move in this world. But I don't think all the men that pass us by deserve disrespect and just nastiness, you know?
Absolutely.
Because y'all go through a lot. We go through a lot. Not taking that from us, but y'all go through a lot too. And I know that. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
The freak.
I mean, but I think that's, again, one of the indications of, you know, like I was alluding to, the buzzwords and so on and so forth, the way, you know, the talking points, the way people can present themselves as chameleons, as imposters, as, you know, these people who say all of the right things. But when it gets down to it, you peel the layers of the onion, you might see something a little different. And like you just alluded to, when it's your son, when it's your dad, when it's your brother, it's different.
Right.
Those are the imposters, because every man doesn't deserve that consideration. Every man isn't allotted that empathy. And, you know, I've heard talking points this week on platforms where, you know, gentlemen were really harping on a fact that, you know, why do men treat some women the same way they treat other women? The women that they really admire and the women that they were raised by, they treat them the same way as the women that they want to date and that they go after. And it just sounds like fairness to me. When you ask why do people treat people the same,
right?
It sounds, you know, like fairness, because everyone gets treated the same across the board until something different presents itself. But when you're starting to treat people in according to situation, I think that's opportunistic. So, you know, just the different talking points, the buzzwords, the way that people use them, how they can become clichéic, I think is what, you know, was prevalent throughout this year.
Cliches.
And none in the positive affirmation, none in the positive realm
going on.
So that's what makes it a little unique to see that it's so one-sided. Everybody, like I alluded to in the video, that it's all negative. He might do this, he might do that, but, you know, ask him what does your perfect guy get? The perfect 10. You're perfect Prince Charming, every box he's checked.
Right.
How do you show him your consideration? How do you show him your appreciation?
Damn.
Just a question. We always have this picture painted of this monster demon, Mr. Not me, Mr. from the color purple.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Talking about it.
But no one ever really speaks to the 10, the guy that hits all the cylinders in their mind.
I don't know.
Just something I think about.
I mean, you know, like I said, women seem real pessimistic. I haven't heard any, you know, say anything like that or speak of men in such admiration, right? Only recently, you know, there's a couple wives I've come across recently, and, you know, they have the same or similar admiration, adoration for their husband as I do mine, you know. So it's a small few, but that I know of, you know, and speak it.
No doubt.
So
okay, let's
shout out to y'all.
Let's see. Do I want to share another screen right now? Let's go. And I believe that we continue to post things.
Oh yeah.
All right. I don't think we stopped.
Nah.
We're not the type to quit. So we continued. I'm gonna go ahead and share another screen. And I'm gonna crop it up first. Let's go ahead and get it right. Crop it up. Shout out to everybody checking in. Y'all can type hashtag LIA in the chat to promote your channel. And let us know how you're going to be spending your time at the end of this year. Some people are reflecting with family and doing that thing. And other people are doing things different. But y'all let us know what y'all doing, what y'all got going on out there.
Got all your gifts and your tree and your lights.
Word. Do y'all got all of that stuff? Do
And
y'all do all of that
candles
stuff?
for Hanukkah?
Because the missus is lobbying over here to try to get stuff over here. And I'm like, missus, what you talking about?
He is the Christmas
and she
man.
like, nah, you got to get some Christmas. But nah, we gonna do a little tree. We're gonna do a little tree.
Grinch by humbug. You see my smile?
We're gonna chill out with the family and just kick it like that. But
Nobody
let's
gets
go
nothing.
ahead and share this screen. Let me see. Mrs. Harris, what you got planned for Christmas? What you getting me?
Me?
Oh, damn.
The same thing I got you every 25 years.
Oh, that's right. No, that's right. She said you better
like
come and get it.
Whatever you like.
She said you better come and get it. And I'm like, okay. I went to Zales.
Mm-hmm.
She
It's
like,
different.
well,
Our kids are weird.
congratulations.
We used to have to wake them up. Like we was kids that, you know, we had to crack a dawn.
Yeah,
It's like
nothing excites
stalking.
our kids. Nothing
Even when they was
excites
little,
our
we used to have to
children.
like, are they ever gonna get up? We
Nothing
have
excites our
coffee,
children.
got the music going. We done already had our first session.
Nothing excites our
Shake and
children.
bake.
They are unexcitable.
They come down and ready for it.
AJ
Good
on the
Christmases,
check.
too.
What up, AJ?
Hey now, brother.
Hope all is well.
Welcome.
Y'all say what up to AJ. He's in the building. All right, let's check this out. So we continued to post. The year was long. So it was 12 months in it. So we had to fill the time up with something, right?
Right.
So
had
we posted to
Right.
TikTok.
Yes.
If y'all haven't joined the TikTok, go over there and subscribe to the TikToks.
Yes.
It's entertaining. If TikTok don't take it down, but they usually take down the most entertaining ones. So get over there before they take stuff down.
I mean,
I had one that was almost 10,000 views. Took it down.
You know.
They don't
and
play.
Then somebody, whatever.
Somebody else put the same one up, and it's up there still. But you know, we digress. Check this out.
First, respect their parents. Family, especially parents, are a big part for Chinese. It's taken for granted that parents raise you to grow up and you need to respect them all the time and raise them back when they become old. Second, you better have a stable life if you want to get to marry. It's a tradition that in order to get married, a boy needs to prepare a house and a car for the new family. Most of the times, they buy them with parent support, so young people's marriage is often a business between two families in China. Of course, stable also means having a long-term, well-paid job. Third, you need to be serious. In China, we don't really have casual relationships. Girls expect boys to have plans for the future the relationship begins, like marriage and family. They definitely want you to be serious.
So that was a little piece about marriage in China.
Okay.
She gave 3 important values or characteristics in which typically Chinese marriages go.
Right.
One is the parents.
Mm-hmm.
You should be
high honor,
respectable, and respectful, and love them because they raised you as a baby, and you're gonna have to raise them in return when they get older. That was the first thing she said.
Yes.
So that's very important. In America, Western society, a lot of us don't have parents.
Yeah, they want
We
to
have parental figures,
right?
But again, that innate love, that what people quote unquote call that unconditional love. If that's not your parent, your biological parent, it's gonna be lacking. So
it seems they respect their views and traditions and culture and standards of how life should be.
Red Lipstick said, now that's what's up.
Trash
Can said she forgot about mental fortitude. Okay. Sounds like they
I didn't
date
hear
with
anything
a
about somebody
purpose.
making somebody happy or what they look like, height, weight.
Right. So second, she said, you have to be stable. Usually men provide a house and a car for the family that they're about to ensue.
Right. That should already be in place.
Okay. Finally, she said, be serious. She said, girls don't date just to be dating. Right. In China. We expect the men to have a plan. And again, in order for that to happen, she has to sit down and actually listen to him. When she asks him, what is your plan? And he starts to articulate, she sits and she listens.
Right.
I'm pretty sure her neck ain't moving.
With the plan. Selflessness is important.
First, respect their parents. Family, especially parents.
Yeah. Shout out to the Harris Tribe Media Group. Shout out to the TikTok page.
Yeah.
Always something moving over there.
Yeah. That was a good discussion. I remember that. Talked about, the lack of honor in our elders now in this new generation. If it don't apply, let it fly. But what we see is a lack of honor and duty and responsibility to them because, like they said, they took care of us when we were little, and it's our job to in turn take care of them when they're old. But we become a generation of pushing our loved ones into nursing homes and facilities and such, and taking their houses and dwindling the shit away to whatever the hell we want.
Talk about it.
We know it. It's been happening. So shout out to you guys who cherish your elders and you keep hold to the things that they created and honor their legacy and don't swindle their shit away. But it's been a lot of people who do the first part among other things. And the fact that the vetting in other cultures is different than here in America. We have no tools anymore to vet properly, or that is even, that it's even a purpose for many of us women, young girls coming up, so it's a disaster at this point.
Indeed.
For marriage. Indeed. And what it entails.
Only because the structural foundation isn't there. Right. They alluded to the parents in a lot of what they were talking about. And if that structure isn't there, this is why we're kind of building with a house of cards, and it's eventually bound to fall because we don't have a strong foundation. We don't have the proper vetting. We don't have the proper skills,
the models,
coping mechanisms, attachment styles. All of these things are lacking because, arranged marriages, parental guidance, and even parental picking is sometimes advantageous.
Modern day,
no one would agree with that.
Their nose up, right?
Absolutely. But again, just having these people in your life to vet, to help vet, because they genuinely and organically care for you, I think is an incredible characteristic to have in the dating world.
Right. I mean, I agree.
They bet you Kings and Dreams checked in. He said they vet you for real in other countries. Heard that?
It's purposeful. They move with purpose. They're looking for that. I need to lock this down. I want to have children. I want a family, and keep pushing it back, pushing it further down the line. There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee in anything. So to keep just brushing it off and pushing it off further down the line, I don't know if that's wise.
And again, they have the structure. They have the brothers. They have the fathers, the uncles that love them, that care about them. They are not letting some, international stranger come in and just whisk their loved one away.
Right.
They are sitting them down and asking the necessary questions and finding out the information to vet for marriage, for long-term relationships. Now, there's no guarantees because all's fair.
I think, us, we just a little bit crazy here. We think y'all are going over to, these other islands and countries and such, and they're like jungle people and shit. Like they don't have apartments and, jobs and big teachers and nurses. You know what I mean? Like they're a lower class of people. And it's just horrible that we think that we are just the shit over here in the USA. Like, it's amazing to me. Because you say it about anywhere else, and it's like, oh, you're going over there? Oh, you want to go back to Africa? Oh, wow. Some ignorant shit. It's really ignorant,
Mage said, I just saw a movie last night where the old folks got upset because they were forgotten and started killing people. You gotta tell us the name of that one. You gotta put the name of that one in the chat. Y'all can't be treating the old folks like that.
Word. Oof.
It was on Netflix. Yeah, drop that. You gotta drop that, Mage. You can't tempt us like that. You didn't just pull back on that. You gotta lean into that one.
Shit.
What my man King and Dream said.
He said in the West, the fathers isn't valued as the leader. No leadership, no foundation.
He's absolutely right.
There we are.
We agree wholeheartedly with that. Absolutely. And that was around March, April, somewhere around there.
March.
But we've been moving. It's been 12 months. It's been a long year.
All right.
We appreciate everybody that rocks with us, and that we rock with. But let's have a little more fun. Mrs. Harris, let's go ahead and crop this up. You know what? Let's put this in the movie theater.
Going to the movies.
Yeah, we're going.
I like when you take me to the movies.
You to the movies.
Feel crop like Annie with Mr. Warbucks. Going to the movies. Oh.
I might even take you to the drive-in later. See if I can make something happen with a bucket of popcorn and 2 napkins.
I gotta keep my Junior Mints in my jacket pocket.
Ooh, she called it the Junior Mints. That's what they calling it now? Okay. Well, let's see what we got. Let's do this.
This lady tweeted, never, I repeat, never marry a man raised by a single mother. But I'm gonna need y'all to see these comments though. Wasn't Barack Obama raised by a single mother? Yes. Yes, he was. Man, I tell you, women keep other women single. Stay woke, ladies, and think for yourselves. Period. Marrying a man with 2 parents don't guarantee anything either. Trying to tell you, but y'all think y'all know every damn thing. What? Now, if people say don't marry a woman who was raised by a single mom, everything would be in shambles. He ain't lying, honey. The internet would be in flames, child. For My Two Love says, so that means millions of men aren't deserving of a relationship and or love for a situation that's not their fault? Yeah, I guess that's what she's saying. That means that all of us ladies who are already outnumbering men are going to be fighting for the 30% of black men that are left. No, sir, not me. And the most important one, spreading these types of toxic, harmful, and generalized statements is distasteful. Do better. Signed, a proud black family therapist. Now, ladies, I know we want to be heard, but we have to stop coming online, projecting the issues that we have endured and pushing them on other people. Now, obviously, there are certain situations where there is the rule versus the exception. But when it comes to judging people solely off of circumstances that they had absolutely no control over, isn't one of them.
And the reason that it's so harmful is because people will literally base their entire life off of what's said on social media. And it's pretty sad. For the most part, when you become a grown individual, you have full dictatorship over your life. Only you know what is best for you and what is not best for you. You have the opportunity to sit in your situation and understand whether it is wrong or whether it is right. And that is totally your decision to make, but you have to take complete ownership of it. Don't let these scorned people block a potential blessing. Peace.
Okay. She said what she said. Y'all see what Mage said?
What may he say?
Mage said, people get on my nerves with these clown talking points.
Clown.
Laugh out loud.
Goodness gracious. King's Dream said exceptions don't make the rule.
Exceptions are not the rule. But, you know, absolutely. It's been a year of buzzwords and talking points, and people don't have to land the plane, so to speak. Some people had a plane just up
Just
there.
hovering.
Just up there.
Just gliding.
Flying. Wrap it up, B. Remember Dave Chappelle? Wrap it up, B. Land the plane. But like he said, exceptions don't make the rule. What do you think about what she said?
I mean, it's some there's some difficulty in perception, you know, once you become an adult, if you don't have the other counterpart, you know, if there's any missing counterpart to that parental guidance, you know, the she or the he, it may be it might be a little difficult. We can't say everybody has the tools to be able to just move forward and make the best choices, you know, at them young adult ages. You know, they need mentoring, they need modeling of the behavior. You can't just tell somebody to read a book and they've never seen anybody in their environment pick up a damn book and read the shit.
Sure, indeed.
So, you know, we can say everybody when they get to an age, you can make these decisions and you need some modeling and some guidance. If you grew up around nothing but killers, I think you might have the
well, damn. Killers?
If that's all you grew up around, you know, even if you try to fight against it, you're just a product of your environment. You know, all of us can't get out. Everybody's not going to be able to get out and change their perception of where they come from, you know, or their behavior. They might not even know that it's not conducive to their life. So, you know, a lot of lessons are trial and error. Some of us do need to go through some things to, you know, cause some turmoil to have change happen.
No, that's right.
So, you know, it's rough. And I think that's why we're here. I made a lot of foolish and bad decisions as a young youth, you know, the 18 under type youth, 17 under. So, you know, it's more of reflecting. You know, I'm not picking on anybody or trying to, you know, make someone feel bad. I want you to reflect on your shit. Because the youth under us are going to have to, you know, live through it. We're all living through it and we're going to be old. And I don't trust that y'all are going to be capable of making good decisions for us as elders in another 20, 30 years. So, you know, we got to talk about this shit and we need to change our behavior. We need to reflect on ourselves because, you know, we the problem, the man in the mirror, and it's you.
Absolutely.
So until we do that, it's going to be kind of hard.
Absolutely. Like Kings and Dreams, you know, is alluding to, you absolutely have to be mindful and knowledgeable enough to pay attention to how this woman responds to men, to constructive criticism from men, to her level of admiration, adoration, love, respect, honor, and all of these things for men, because that's going to be a telling tale. If she never has anything good to say about a man, can't take any constructive criticism from a man, it's going to be an indicator, because it doesn't always look like how you want it to look when it comes from us. So I completely agree with the brother on that. And I think, you know, in regards to the sister and what she was saying in the video, it's completely up to us to have a certain level of astuteness, you know, to be able to I mean, people are going to present a representative. I think we as people need to assume everyone presents a representative.
Right.
I think no one should go without scrutiny, without having to have a level of proof.
Prove it.
Thank you.
We ain't court. Prove it.
Because it's one of the most powerful statements. If some you can go on a whole soliloquy. Prove it. Prove it. It sounded great. Sounded amazing.
Said all the right things.
Prove it though. If
Use
you
your
can't
transcript.
prove it, at least give me a cosigner. Give me somebody, a lawyer, somebody, so that when you go to sleep at night, you know you drug them into lying with you. Your lying ass. Because that's where I'm at with it right now as of, what is this? 12/15. There you go. 2022. Yeah, y'all all liars. Like Ricky say. Y'all liars, bro. You got to prove it. Because anybody could say, I'm the best catch in the world. I'm single by choice. Only reason I'm single is because I want to be. Prove it.
I could do this. I could do that.
Like I said, Mrs., we've been going out for a couple of years and I see some single people still single. If you are as amazing as you say you are,
they want to be single. What you talking about?
You got everything all smushed and pushed into that dress, your best cummerbund with your cigar and your hat and everything superb. But you still left this motherfucker by yourself. Every week for 2 years.
Right.
And it's everybody else, not you. I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if you can convince me. You may be able to convince yourself, but I don't know if you can convince me. And like the missus says, everybody ain't out looking for somebody. But when you amazing, people are just attracted to you.
So get out the way for everybody else. Stay your ass out the way.
Some people just have a magnetic personality. And if you
So they
magnetic,
say.
how come you ain't magnetic to nobody near you in so long? Magneto?
It's talk. It's a lot of talk. I ain't with that. I mean, I just grew up that was a flag. You know, most of the guys I grew up with, the boys I grew up with, it was, you know, a man can say anything. Let him show you. You know, it was something, you know, so the talking shit, just all of that, you know, it was always a turnoff for me because of what I was kind of programmed to think of men. Like if a man is going to do something, he's going to do it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't have to tell you every step and move that I make. So I just grew up with that type of mindset. So men will be, you know, and I kind of saw it, you know, the niggas who would just talk a whole bunch of shit, you know, I'm this and I'm going to do that, and talk big tough like the tough ones. And then when a real tough dude come around, he shut the fuck up. Like that was something. I saw it right in my face. So, you know, you start to be able to see through people and their shit after you've been around in so many different environments and people. You learn people because we're all human. We're all human. And, you know, sometimes your body language, your energy speaks louder than what's coming out your damn mouth. So
true indeed.
You know, some people can read that.
Okay. Let's set up another screen. Let's go to April.
April was fun.
We're gonna fast forward to I believe we're in April now. So let's go ahead and crop it up. Shout out to everybody checking in.
It's been a year.
It has. It's been
I
a
might have me
year.
another
So
sip. What
shout
time
out
is
to
it?
each and every last one of y'all for pushing through these months. We at the 12th one, y'all. This is the last one.
So quickly.
And it did. It went quick. We pushed out a bunch of material.
Let's say not babies.
We had a lot of conversation. You could pour me up too if you get a second. But we pushed out material. We had a lot of fun. This is very therapeutic for us as a couple and as a family. I'm pretty sure our little ones, they catch the TikToks and the so on and so forth. So, we out here. They can act like they don't see it, but we know they see it. Check.
Jay have a point.
Women don't want to agree with anything that don't agree with them.
Boy, hush your mouth.
He said what he said.
Hush your mouth, AJ.
Let's be real. It can be 100% true, but because it's a negative connotation, they're not gonna like it. It's against. It's the most worst thing that you could ever say, and it's nothing, no truth to it, even though it's 100% true. Even though with men, we get nothing but negative, and it's 100% true all the way around. That's just how
Chris Rock said it best.
Red Lipstick's laughing. She said, "Don't say it too loud now."
Right. You know what I mean?
That's BS. AJ said, "Oh boy, laugh out loud." So
right.
I think that it's absolutely a statement that can be looked at with some validity. But again, I think who it comes from is why, the tone could be why. It just gives me a question.
They think he's taming.
Hey, Sean, not to cut you off, bro, but that could have came from a woman, and she still would have got negative from other women.
That's my question, AJ. My question is, who can it come from?
It doesn't matter. It's a negative notion towards the woman population. You feel what I'm saying? So because it's a thing saying that women are not doing something, you have to say, well, what about these men that's not doing this, and what about this, and what about that? Not answering the actual problem that's being asked, or saying that they're missing. They want to go around everything else instead of addressing that problem that we're talking about.
Ladies, does AJ have a point?
Women don't want to agree with anything that don't agree with them.
Boy, hush your mouth.
What you think of what AJ said? Shout out to AJ on the check-in. Shout out to my brother Ars on the check-in too. Always spicing it up. And Red Lipstick Vibes always on the check-in.
It was going in a little bit. That was a great night. That was who can modern women anything, or women, period.
Absolutely.
Accountability. Yeah, nobody.
Question we've been asking for a long time. We've been asking that question. Tried to put it nice. Tried to put it politically
women,
correct.
Period. Yes.
By, presenting it as who can hold sisters accountable that's not other sisters. So saying, is there anybody other than black women that could tell black women what to do? And again, trying to put it nicely, because we knew the answer was nobody can tell black women what to do. Not even black women. Not even men. Not even Jesus himself can tell black women what to do. And they quick to say they love Jesus and they want a Jesus-fearing man and God-fearing man, and ain't none of them scared or care about no damn Jesus. And I don't need no sound effects or nothing for that.
Yeah. That's unique, you know.
Y'all be in the club cantankerous on Saturday and then what? Go to church and ask for forgiveness on Sunday? And then act crazy Monday through Friday too? But you fear the Lord? Talking, chilling, dealing with killers, dealers, scammers, credit cards, people who same sex, bestiality, sleep with vegetables, and you God fearing? Y'all liars, bro. And can't nobody say shit to y'all. When it was Kevin Samuels, he was wrong. When it was Cam Newton, he was wrong. When it was TD Jakes, he was wrong.
When it was your mama?
Everybody's wrong. Nobody can't tell y'all shit. And it took a whole year for everybody to try to tell y'all something, and nobody who y'all listen to. Look what Mae said. She said veggies. Yeah, you ain't. That was the first thing I heard of was the cucumber. First thing I heard going in there was a cucumber. Banana. Eggplant.
Damn, you see me sitting over here in my femininity, right? Because I ain't making no excuses. I'm not going to sit here and pander and coddle. Yes, there's a lot of us, a large majority, that lack a lot of accountability in anything. You know, we get to the point where we're going into work and the managers can't tell us shit. Child. So that was a great discussion. It was a lot of kickback with the, you know, why men and men. It always goes back to the man. Absolutely. Ladies, it's time to hold yourself accountable for your shit.
Shout out to Skrilla on the chat.
Men do they shit. Absolutely. But hold yourself accountable to your shit.
All day. Because men will be the first one to tell you that men do shit.
Absolutely. I've definitely seen that. And they don't snitch on us like we snitch on them. Women will sit back and tell the kids all kind of nasty shit about their daddy. But it won't be too many daddies that do the same about the mother. So, you know, it's a different world.
I'll tell you quick, it's some horrible leaders. They have no right, ability, authority, should be. But you got to give them a right to show it. You got to give them the ability, the rope to hang themselves with it.
And you move accordingly.
But again, men have conversations with men. We could spot men from across another room just as good as we could spot our wife from across another room. We have conversations with men. We feel them out. We draw lines. We cross lines. All of this happens. I don't understand why people act like we as men don't recognize and understand that there are men that are inadequate. And we are not shy of letting them know and letting y'all know that we know they exist.
Right.
But you will not find a woman to do that. When you say, yo, that woman over there is acting inadequate, she needs some curation, they'll go, oh no, I can't be doing that. Who am I to tell her?
I can't judge her.
She going through her own thing, and that's not fair.
Off
because
top making all types of excuses.
In any situation, the only one that can curate is your specific demographic or category. We need women to correct women. We need men to correct men. But when
both to correct the children.
When the sisterhood is alive and kicking, it's going to be hard to get that information to them. Because we can't find any women to tell them, you know, that there's
I think it's all a facade, this sisterhood, you know, thing, because we're not being truthful with each other, you know, to some degree, because we want to pander and coddle. We don't want to hurt each other's feelings, you know. It's a cycle. It's a cycle. And then when you have those true friends, those are the ones that you can. Those are the ones that you keep around. Because we need to be able to correct each other, you know, and grow together. It's all an intentional relationship. So all relationships need to be nurtured that way. And it's hard because you have them friends who have been through stuff and it's like, oh, I can't tell her nothing. can't say nothing because, she's been through this and she's been through that. And, the empathy and sympathy. But when it comes to you men, fuck that. He man. Care. Whatever. Pick your pants up. Work it out. Make it happen.
Man up.
Get out. Man up. Anything else? It's not the same. So, respectfully, I think, just having that understanding and stop being ignorant to it and stop, pushing back against it. It's unfair. The men are not being heard. They're not being heard. These conversations should not still be having the debate.
Absolutely.
Get solutions of what we're going to do better. All right, brother, I understand where you're coming from. This is how I'm going to move. When I'm around my sisters, I'm going to speak positivity. When they are having these types of conversations, I'm going to, let's talk about the good this. Let's talk about the good that.
Absolutely.
Why does everything have to be negative? You can easily switch these types of conversations. What was your part in that relationship? What role did you play in that failure? Because we can't just keep putting it on the men. They are our leaders, but we play a big role in inspiring them. And if your ass is not inspirational, I mean, the fuck you expect them to do?
Talk about it.
So,
see what Kings and Dreams said.
Present yourself a little better and move in that consistently.
He said, the sisterhood is why I'm doing very well in my Petco, PetSmart, and wine investments.
Wow. Shout out to you.
Shout out to AR in the check-in.
Like
what up,
wine.
man? Hope all is well. Shout out to Ruthless Media. Y'all don't forget to type hashtag LIA in the chat. What does that do for the missus?
Oh, man. We have Nightbot. We'll add your link to your YouTube channels in the chat so, others can support and go check your content out. So that's awesome. Hashtag LIA.
He said, yep. They stay saying they need a God-fearing man, but they don't fear anyone. And no race can tell them what to do. Nobody. And yeah, God-fearing, please, you got to know God first. Stop throwing that out there. Stop throwing that out there. Because you even know what that means. It's a lot of rules and standards of integrity and morals in that Bible. Can't keep throwing that out there if you're not living that way in righteousness. Because it's not easy. It's not easy to be good. It's not easy to make good decisions. It's not. Even as adults, something I've been training my children. It's hard. It's easy to just make the bad decisions. Now I'm not going to clean my room. I'm not going to brush my teeth. I'm not going to eat the healthy stuff. Yeah, but there's consequences behind all that. Rotten teeth, bad fucking gut, dirty ass environment. Yeah.
You'll lack creativity on many levels. I'm just saying though, right? We act like we don't know right from wrong and we become adults, push forward. We're good. Just try it. It feels good. I'm just saying.
And, I stand on my square. I don't think any of them are God-fearing. I don't think any of them are God-knowing. And if I hear another person say God spoke to them, I think I must scream. That's another talking point. From the understanding that I had,
from what I've read,
if you even heard his voice, your head would explode. That's how powerful his voice is. That's my understanding. Maybe I'm crazy. But for people to say that he spoke to them, I think it's ludicrous. Because out of all of the things he got going on, you're so grandiose that he spoke to you. Okay, we'll go with that. Why the world look the way it do, though?
I mean, they have no understanding that there's middlemen. Like they are angels. They are spirit guides. We just so disconnected. We have no clue. So we just say shit. It sounds good, but it's stupid.
It's a buzzword and a talking point. That's what it is.
Oh man.
And look what AR said. And out of all the people, why would he want to speak to a baby mama? Laughing my ass off. Or any mere human mortal.
Right. Your mere human mortal ass.
He really want to talk to you with your 32 hours of PTO and your cricket machine? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think he has a lot more greater task at hand. So, that's just my little
spiel.
Yeah.
I would say get connected to your ancestors and your spirit guides. Meditation, get some clarity in your mind, because shit can cloud you, man.
Cloud you
bad.
And let's go ahead and drop a quick banner just for anybody that think that they might feel, offended.
And if I offended you, I am going to remind you in advance that I am very sorry and I apologize for the inconvenience of me not keeping up.
We are back. It has been a year.
It's been a year.
2022. We got let back outside. Some of us took the mask off, not us.
Keep y'all cooties, man.
But we've getting back to a quote unquote normal, and we've been pushing out material, man, and sharing this space with a lot of amazing content creators. We got Skrilla on the check-in. He said, y'all blowing up the spot.
Keep up the good work.
We will, Skrilla.
We appreciate you,
We will,
bro.
my guy. Absolutely. Hey, y'all checked in. He said, ain't no way God will talk to Democrats like
He picky.
This guy is a legend. I met him in Manhattan years ago. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep.
Shout out to New York City, man, where something's always moving and shaking. All right, Miss. It's been a year, Mrs. Harris. It's been a pleasure sitting up here with you, getting your thoughts on things.
Picking your brain and your heart.
Chopping it up. Absolutely. Do you have any reflections so far on this year?
I mean, I don't know if people would believe it, but I love to hear you talk. I love to hear you get on your soapbox and get passionate. And, there was a time just quiet. He was observant, paying a lot of attention for some years. I think the only thing I really used to gripe on was that he was so quiet. But when he spoke words of wisdom, guidance and, optimism and support and shit like that. So not to say that he didn't, speak as a man, but he moved more so. So to see him speak as much as he does so openly and, being extremely vulnerable with me, I adore it. I've been waiting.
Shut up.
It didn't take that long, but I'm just saying, it was
doubt.
patience. We had to learn each other, and sometimes silence showed more than talking. So, I appreciate you and your growth.
No doubt.
And your words of wisdom. So, this is awesome.
No doubt. And, I appreciate you for being patient enough to wait for that vulnerability, because you say on your platform, and when you get a chance to grab the microphone, that vulnerability from a man is something that got to be earned.
It has to be earned.
And it's not something that we are given right out the back to be used against us. It's not something that we are given for you to throw in our face. And we really want to know that you are organically in our corner. And, have our best interests at heart before we display certain levels of vulnerability. And you have absolutely, went above and beyond. And I appreciate you for, like Meth and Mary would say, rubbing my back, letting me know that everything gonna be okay, that one day we gonna get there. And sure enough, through, hard work, through recognizing when we need to pull out of situations, when we need to lean into situations to better ourselves, to better our family, is admirable. The patience that you display with me, with my demeanor, personality, so on and so forth, is amazing, because I'm not.
You're more tamed for me. So to see that and recognize that you tame that for me, I mean, it's appreciated.
No doubt. So I appreciate you. Thank you, Mrs. for riding this year out.
Mm-hmm.
But we in the last month now, and we paid all of the bills, so it's all downhill from here.
Can y'all owe me some money? No.
So let's get these little ones something to remember, this month and this season by, and to 2023 and see what that it got in store for us, because it's like it never stops. Right?
It's life.
It never stops.
That's the thing people need to understand. It's always gonna be something. When it's good, it's good, it's great. But when it's bad, it can get bad.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta pull up. You gotta pull up from that. And beating up on each other will never, ever be the solution. Ever.
Mm-mm.
Hitting below the belt, never the solution.
I say treat it like a heavyweight bout. If you watch heavyweight boxing, the referee tells you a few things before you start, and one of them is respect my rules as the referee. Protect yourself at all times. No hitting below the belt. No biting. No spitting. Like the disrespectful things are off the table.
Right.
You have to mano y mano, mana y mana, whatever whatever floats you.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just you two, and the rules have to be fair. We have to have some sort of a cap, guideline, barometer, or something on how we fight, to make this a fair fight.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that in relationships, that's the perfect analogy, that we do not need to be hidden below the belt, because I'm gonna want you to go below the belt a little later.
Okay.
And if I'm calling you all type of X, Y's, and Z's, and you hitting me back with A, B's, and C's,
I ain't gonna want to go below no belt.
So just respectfully. There's other ways to say you're getting on my damn
that's
nerves.
Punishment. Goddamn shit. No.
You know what I mean?
We don't want to do that. Mm-mm.
Sync with the universe checked in. He said, y'all are the best vibe. So good together. Congratulations on y'all 1 year celebration. Love the platform. We appreciate you, man.
Much appreciated. We appreciate you popping in often.
Absolutely. Salute to
chiming
you.
in, popping up on us.
To the content that you put out as well. Is, again, you've been down from the minute we stepped in the square.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So we've seen everybody just grow and push out content. And like I said, man, I'm one of those Tuesday thinkers. I think about Wednesday, Thursday, and just for you guys to come every week with the material and the conversation is inspirational.
Right.
I appreciate it, and I appreciate y'all for pushing out the way that y'all do.
I think everybody's getting better, and getting a better hold of things, and classier and style and all that.
About it.
Telling you, we're creative people. We can do great things together. Great things. That mindset is important. Give each other space to be as creative as we need to be.
I agree.
We definitely have some power in numbers,
But I think we need each other to do it. Absolutely. And before we get out of here, y'all know I saved the best for last. I want to know what y'all think about this. I don't think they think like us.
Would be a better place without men.
Well, I was just thinking historically, men have been the one that have caused wars and created a place where women didn't have the same respect or capacity to be heard and seen. I think it'd be easier in a sense for me personally. I think a lot of the times men don't understand that I could be a woman that doesn't want to end up with a man, that they want to change me, or a man and a woman is the only right way. I think it just comes down to that I know I'm capable of being with men and I find them attractive and I could see myself being with them sexually, but romantically, I don't think I could ever really connect to a man.
Y'all hear what they saying? Let's go back I know y'all like, wait, am I hearing that right?
Yeah,
you are hearing it right.
I was a little lost.
Let's go back.
The world would be a better place without men.
Well, I was just like thinking historically, like men have been the one that have caused wars and created a place where women didn't have the same respect or capacity to be heard and seen. I think it'd be easier in a sense for me personally. I think a lot of the times men don't understand that I could be a woman that doesn't want to end up with a man, that they want to like change me, or a man or woman is like the only right way. I think it just comes down to that I know I'm capable of being with men and I find them attractive and like I could see myself being with them sexually, but like romantically, I don't think I could ever really connect to a man.
Today, I think we would still need them in the world just to have at least a different perspective.
Yep. I mean, I really struggled with this question because looking back, the only person in my life who's ever hit me was a femme lesbian. I have had experiences with kind of unwanted sexual advances and things with men, and all of that's been bad too, but like my very worst trauma that is just stuck with me was a woman.
What you think about that clip, Mrs. Harris? Do you think the world would be better without men?
So I say I'm confused as hell. Wait a minute.
Did they?
Were they all part of the community? Because I mean, seems like a whole man-hating situation. I mean, I can understand the young Caucasian girl, thoughts or whatever.
Right.
And it's true. It's not everybody believes they need to be with another person, for that long haul or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So marriage is not for everybody because not everybody likes to be with people. Some people don't.
I mean, I hear you.
The opposites of sexes and, people in there. Some people are quite confused and shit. So who knows? It's not for everybody.
The only reason I would push back on that is because, rest in peace to the brother Twitch that left us recently.
Yes,
Sending love and light
peace,
to your family. But I hear a lot of people say, check on your friends, even the ones that seem to be happy and cheerful and got things together all of the time. Check on them too, because people need people.
I agree with that. I've always agreed with that.
But what you just said was some people don't need people, but everybody need people.
Not the need, they don't want them.
Got you.
Because I think some people go through some things in life that create that.
Okay.
Some people are created that way. Like you said, most of us were little kids on the playground.
Right.
First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes baby carriage. I'm looking for this husband. Right. You know what I mean?
K-I-S-S-I-N-G.
Right. And and society and friends and just family and environment kind of dictated something different. Perception changed and warped into something completely different. To where it's not whatever, as long as I get my bag, I get to do what I want. Like she said, she could see her having sex with a man, but actually creating some type of intimate connection.
That was unique.
The fuck is
right there.
I mean, but to each his own. I have no idea what that feels like, but I'm sure there's other people who feel that way. It's not just women, it's some men who feel that way. But she didn't say she didn't need anybody. She still wants something.
Gotcha.
So she just tried to create this illusion that she don't. But, that's what I said. It was very confusing. And then you have the last one at the end. So it was a man bashing party, but she said the memory that she has, it was a woman. So it wasn't a man that.
So, right. And that's, what made it, the party was, had a straggler in there because she said, actually, if I reflect on it, my bad experiences come from a woman. And, my reflection, I've heard so many women that say, I don't hang with women. I don't like women. I don't trust women. I have a clip of you I'm going to play of you were alluding to one of your friends that says she has a hard time trusting women.
A new friend. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Came along and she was vulnerable with me and, definitely took her a minute, to have this dialogue with me. But she, she's an older woman. and was very open and honest. So yeah.
So, to think that women can't trust other women, don't trust other women, is unique. People need people. Men need women, women need men. But again, in order for women to correct other women, they have to interact. And if women are insensitive or unagreeable, unwilling to be around each other, how in the world do we get women to correct other women when they can't even coexist?
It's amazing to me. Their mothers are supposed to be the first teachers. And to see grown women get to certain ages, and it's a lot of things that they don't know and never reflect back to some things mama was supposed to teach. It's kind of was mama's job. Some shit was absolutely mama's job, and we still will not be like, yo, mom, why you ain't let me know about this? Like, I wish you would have told me about that.
Right.
At 14, I was going through this, and I had to find out from my friends this and that, because you just was whatever, out on the street, unavailable, into some other nigga, working too much, whatever it is. But we kind of don't do that. Mama had to do what she had to do, so I can't, but you don't have to do it in a disrespectful way, but just know it's some things that you needed from her, you didn't get. We focus so much on y'all, the men, the father, or the lack thereof, or whatever the case may be. Mothers are like God. And we don't initially even hold y'all accountable. So to get around anybody else, because that empathy is there. That empathy and sympathy for one another is right up front. Even if I don't know you, because you, sister, I know you went through some shit. Because I went through some shit. Because I'm girl. Sister. We're taken advantage of very young. You understand what I'm saying? In whatever situations. So we quick to, connect and understand one another because of that. One little thing can connect us because I know how that shit felt.
I think that's the sisterhood that the fellas be talking about.
Yeah, I mean, y'all don't have that. We can't connect with y'all. I don't know what the fuck you felt, nigga. You a man. Get up, go get it. Do it. Where that food at? You know what I mean? Like, it's a whole different, it's really different. Y'all are looked at different. Y'all are raised different.
One bed, one pillow.
One. Sit
by myself.
Me and my brother had to share sneakers. This bitch get 2 pair of shoes.
Go get it.
I mean,
by myself.
It's a thing.
Let's take a look at this video. I think we're in June.
Willie style.
She told him, don't touch him. She told the security, I don't care if you big or not. Hey, sis, how you doing? Shout out to Red Lipstick Vibe on the chat. Y'all don't forget to hit that like button. And then when you hit the like button, go over to Red Lipstick's Vibe podcast and hit that button too. Subscribe bell. Because it's all amazing content. So, sis, what I was talking about right now is the plan. Is it working? And if you ask what is the plan, I would say that's a great question. And then I would say the Willie Lynch letter. And have you ever heard of it? If you do, let me know. But if I need to sum it up for you real quick, it's like this.
Left alone, unprotected, with the male image destroyed, the ordeal caused her to move from her psychological dependent state to a frozen independent state. In this frozen psychological state of independence, she will raise her male and female offspring in reversed roles. For fear of the young male's life, she will psychologically train him to be mentally weak and dependent, but physically strong. Because she has become psychologically independent, she will train her female offsprings to be psychological independent. What have you got? You've got the nigger women out front and the nigger men behind and scared. This is a perfect situation of
perfect situation.
The motherfucking game. Man, let go of my nigga.
No. Hell no. He's right.
Fuck, I keep touching him.
Yeah, he good.
Fuck wrong with y'all nigga.
You good.
Don't touch him.
Ready?
Y'all motherfucking touch him, it's a problem.
Ready?
You too big ass nigga. I don't give a fuck about how big you is. Move out of his way. Don't put your hands on.
That was unique. Right? She says she has. Shout out to you. So you see Jocelyn acting like that? She sounded very aggressive. She said, don't touch him. And she told a security who was a bigger man than a man. She's a woman. And she said, I don't care how big you are. Don't touch him because there's consequences and repercussions behind it. And he said not a word in that. So, you know, that's very interesting. Sis laughing. She said, Jocelyn. Yes, that was Jocelyn.
Big Willie.
That was Jocelyn, everybody. And that was around May or June. As you can see, it was starting to warm up.
Right. It was warming up. We had a nice t-shirt on.
Mm-hmm.
T-shirts by Nikki.
It was. Shout out to that drip. Shout out to that drip. Love and Abundance drip available. T-shirts by Nikki always available. DM, email.
We ship
custom made,
everywhere.
commercial. Whatever you like, you can get.
Bulk. Like those.
We gets busy over here.
Put me in mania.
But that was just a clip from our TikTok page. Shout out to TikTok. We moving over there if they don't, you know, take our videos down. It's neither here nor there. We not that salty about that. Can y'all tell? I'm a Cancer.
Whatever.
I'm salty as shit.
I don't need friends. I'm a Pisces.
But the conversation was dope. It was about the Willie Lynch letter and how it correlates to today's days and times, specific people,
and how we view our Black men.
How it shows up in actions, and not to, you know, blame or hang our hat on, you know, the atrocity to keep us from moving forward and being prosperous in our endeavors. But at the same time, just showing how the remnants may still affect some if they're not
remnants,
able to.
I like that.
Yeah. You know, you like that?
Remnants. Shit. Full on backlash.
Well, damn. Shit.
It's real. We need to acknowledge that.
She's just gonna do it.
Do something about that. Because everybody is not taking care of their stuff. So if it does not apply to you, let it fly. But a lot of you chicks out here, a lot of America out here, it applies to them. I mean, a lot of psychological trauma over 400 years, and it's taught to us in school. So I would think some understanding and consideration. We need to be like, hey, come on, man. Come on. Yeah, get over it.
Yeah. Toughen up. But it's been a year, y'all. And it's been a lot of buzzwords, a lot of conversations, but the progress, you know, the solutions that we were dedicated to in the beginning of 2022, we kind of moved away from.
Right.
Hoping 2023 people can find the sincerity and the willingness, right, to get back to a more, you know, solution-based conversation. Because they're in every conversation that we sit in. It's just we get so, you know, focused on, or there you go. The finger pointing, the zeroing in. Yes, that we don't get to the meat of the solutions. But, you know, there's always some things inside of those conversations, you know, who we attach ourselves to, the examples that we learn from, what we speak, how we speak, being more positive, being more optimistic, you know, giving the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
You know, and not hanging our hat on the negative situations, not carrying the baggage from past relationships onto the next ones.
Right.
There's a lot of solutions and things that we can do different in helping our relationships. Do you want to add anything into that?
I mean, I think a lot of people would get out of these panels, you know, a dialogue to create with their counterparts outside of this square. You know, it creates a communication, a conversation. I think people just need to not be so offended and so triggered by it. And when they are, reflect on that. Reflect on why you're so triggered on that, whatever the conversation may have been.
Indeed.
So, and I think that's maybe creating some type of therapy for one another to be able to not take simple conversations so personal. We're trying to talk, we're trying to grow through it, we're trying to build solutions, you know, find out some answers or whatever the case may be, instead of fighting with one another, you know, learn to understand each other, you know, and build on the knowledge and try to keep moving that way versus backwards. We want to move forward.
True indeed. True indeed. Well said. Do you have any resolutions for the new year, Miss Harris? A new year is coming up. Some people like to make resolutions. They like to reflect on the year past and then maybe make goals or corrections for the year coming. Do you do that?
No. I've watched so many failed resolutions throughout my years that, you know, it's not something that I've latched on to with everybody else. You know, it's like if I want to make a change, I'm going to do it whenever I'm throughout the year, and I need to own that. If I can do it for 30 days, then I can do it for the rest of my life. So it's hard, but it's doable.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And I would say mines are the same all of the time. You know, they really don't change, just to try to make better mistakes, you know, be a better person. And continue to push our family and our narrative of Harris Tribe. I mean, that's something that wasn't just a name we put out. Our
It's
name is important to us. The Harris Tribe is what we think that is the solution to these conversations that we have, is your tribe. And a lot that's been a buzzword this year. Just starting toward the end, probably going to hear more of it in 2023. But a lot of people been saying, you know, find your tribe and vibe with your tribe, and it's like, yeah, we know.
You know,
you should absolutely vibe with your tribe. You should absolutely try to find like-minded people, or people that are willing to accept the message, not dismiss the messenger, and build around that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What say you, Mrs.?
And that part, you know, looking for growth. You know, we all want more financial security because it will give us more freedom.
Indeed.
To some degree. So, you know, we're all pushing for the same things, and we really want to keep our family together. But I think the New Year's for us is the night we met. You know, we met January 1st. So it's always a great day for us, not bringing in the new year, actually January.
Right.
So, you know, just reflecting on that meeting every year is always a renewing of our love. No lie. You know, we got married in April. We stressed that shit.
We did.
It's when we met. You know, so New Year's coming into a new year is like, all right, it's a new fresh start. Let's do
go.
it.
Let's
So
go.
just, you know, kind of look to that, y'all. When you find that love and y'all decide to marry each other, man, just, you know, push with kindness. You know, put that person's, you know, well-being at the utmost, you know, honor, you know, and that person will reflect. Y'all chose each other, so that's just how it should be. You know, and continue to do that. Be intentional in your love and in your marriage, in your relationships. You know, we have to tell our children that all relationships are separate and individual. And you have to be intentional in those, you know. So I hope you guys love up on each other and be kind to someone that's not you.
True indeed.
You know, and pay it forward.
True indeed. I mean, I think that's the best gift that you can give anyone. And, you know, especially a child, the little ones, is to love up on their parent,
Yes.
their mom, their dad, to show them what a healthy relationship looks like, to show them what working through tough times look like
Yeah.
with someone that you love, admire, and so on and so forth. But that coexisting, that, you know, we can disagree without being disagreeable, I think is a very important lesson to teach these kids, that there's going to come a time where things don't go your way. How you respond to that is going to be the most pivotal thing to tell us about your character, about the type of person you are. And like we see people that don't respond in the most positive fashion or the most favorable fashion when things don't go their way, usually end up in bad situations. And for a couple of minutes of a decision to make, to, you know, dictate the next 5 to 10, 3 to 9, 25 to life, is really telling about a person's character.
Right.
We absolutely have to take these situations as that. We have to process, move accordingly. But I think, you know, another buzzword, you're about to hear it, we have to exhibit emotional intelligence. People been saying it a lot, but don't have it.
And we have to exhibit it, right? You have to see it.
Just because you know the word does not prove that you have emotional intelligence. And there are so many more emotions than just, you know, mad, jealous, angry, about to go get my gun out the trunk of the car. I'm about to bust the windows in your car. There's more emotions than just that. There's perturbed, disturbed, aggravated, agitated,
frustrated,
annoyed,
irritated.
So many.
For the ladies, hormonal. I'm gonna have to say that.
Try to focus on the entire range and, you know, familiarize yourself with the entire range of emotions in order to connect with that emotional intelligence that we speak of. I think we all deserve a little bit of consideration and grace. And I think we're going to get there. 2023 is coming, and we have immense confidence in everybody in this online community to create more unity, to create more empathy, and, you know, to
especially as elders, 40
give
plus.
each other a little bit of grace, a little bit. And men, we gonna get on y'all too. Coming in 2023, it was only a matter of time, because there's a lot of y'all out there that really need to check yourself before you wreck yourself.
For real. Self-destruction. It's like history is repeating itself.
So, you know, just because we sitting in neutral on the ladies right now, don't think that we not going to put it in drive and it's not going to come to you, because you cannot lead a young lady off a cliff. You cannot lead her into destruction.
They're not trying to be led off no cliff.
And think that it is okay and that, you know, you're just supposed to be a leader by de facto. Because no, it's not so. And it's insensitive and unfair to shout out to my good guys out there. Shout out to my hardworking guys out there. Because it's unfair to them. It's unfair to us that you get to behave in lesser fashion, but we're held to the upper echelon of what a good man is. So please don't think you go unnoticed and soon to be mentioned. So, you know, ladies, y'all just be patient. We gonna get there. Mrs. Harris, you wanna close this out?
That was well said. That was well said.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
And I agree. The women should speak to the women. So I'm gonna keep doing what I do. And I'll be here. So, you know, y'all know where to find me. I'm up for any, you know, debates and
Absolutely.
discussions and dialogue and
Absolutely.
exchanges and guidance, mentoring, smoke.
Damn.
Miss She Said. Every
Email
Sunday.
address is in the chat. It's pretty sure Nightbot threw it in there. So if anybody would like to reach out for any collaborations, any inquiries, questions, constructive criticism, commas, critiques, comments, whatever you got, we here for it. Feel free to hit us up. If any content creators would like to collab, feel free to hit us up. Email address is available. And we will see y'all next week. I don't think me and the missus are doing the individual shows. We'll be back at the tip of the year. Mrs. might drop in on y'all. She says she don't know. She feeling a little spicy. She might have seen something. Her and sis might have seen something. But shout out to Mrs. She Said and Shame Sundays. I appreciate you for doing that. Let's unpack a little bit about that, just a couple of minutes, because I want to just ask you, what was your thought process in creating that Shame Sunday?
Let's just say, like I said, teenage years were wild and crazy. I've made a lot of bad decisions, foolish choices, could have landed me in jail or dead, honestly. So
damn.
I'm not just talking crap. I lived a particular life and was able to change that trajectory, by being conscious of my damn decisions and knowing the shame that could have caused my family. Fully aware of good and bad choices and decisions. So just being conscious of that is the main reason. So I'm not just out here trying to bash women. I want you to reflect, because it's out of control. It's sad society that we are in. For me being 45 years old and growing up without my father directly in my home, I mean, it's hurtful. So, and I think we need to change that dynamic. And I was a latchkey kid to grow up in other girls' homes, and a lot of them didn't have their fathers either. I mean, what the hell is going on here? And we're fucking 35 years down the line, and we live in a community where it's lacking. So women have taken a lot of lead in a lot of our communities, and I don't see it progressing well. So, of course, there's a lot of crabs in the barrel that can get out, but a large majority, it's sad. It's sad. It's really sad how it looks out here. So I grew up with a lot of men, a lot of boys, besides the girls I grew up with, but lots of boys.
Shout out to the
who
ladies.
are now men, and they were good guys back then.
Shout out to the fellas.
To grow up to be great men. So, the talking points that I hear the gentlemen speak of, way before this, just, talking with our guys. I mean, y'all guys don't get the benefit of it. All the things that y'all say I've seen and I agree with. And I love my brothers dearly. I love my son. I love my nephews. I love all the men that I have been around, because they have protected me, guided me, taught me. They were needed and necessary. The strange men who've helped me on the street, so I appreciate y'all and I understand the fight. And I see that y'all have not been valued and honored and appreciated, and I know the value of it. And I just kind of want to turn it around, and for our young women who have that purpose of wanting to be a wife and cultivate a family, there's a process to do it, and there's some of us out here where you can get some of those lessons if you're not getting it from your elder women in your home, because a lot of them are jaded and bitter and miserable, and they don't speak any positivity or optimism as far as men are concerned. And I'm tired of it, because I grew up with great guys. Everybody has our flaws. Nobody's freaking perfect. So, you women need to sit in your shit and own that you are not perfect, and men are, and maybe we can get to some type of understanding. But the lack of respect and honor that I'm seeing is sad. It hurts my feelings, because I have a lot of great men that surround me.
True indeed. Very well said.
I don't see what these women see. So I'm throwing cap at them all day. Maybe they might change their damn reflection. So.
No doubt.
I'm here every Sunday.
No doubt. You are here on Sunday. I asked the question, so I guess I deserve that, right? Okay. I got another question now. If that's how you're answering all of the questions, then I got another one. Did you good with that simple one that you had? All right. I like the little blush you got going on right now.
I get sensitive. See, I get triggered with y'all.
Indeed.
Okay.
Indeed. Okay. So you as a woman, you have a certain experience with men leading up from, childhood to boyfriend to husband. Do you think that men know how to handle women, quote unquote, handle, as far as consideration, empathy, so on and so forth? Or do you think men lack a certain, je ne sais quoi when it comes to that?
Oh man, as a whole, I would say we all lack a real understanding of one another. And I think men have an idea of what women like, just like women. We have an idea, but you guys are all individual human beings.
Okay.
So the putting in the box of one another is, it's unhealthy.
Okay.
Because you don't give that person room to be them. It's like you're comparing them with this woman, that woman, your mother. Your mother may not have taught you shit about women. Taught you all the bad things, stay away from women, don't get pregnant, but really didn't teach you anything. A woman should be kind to you, especially if your mother didn't model that. Your mother was cantankerous and a bitch and mean, and every man she was around, she talked nasty to.
Don't you talk about my mama?
So you get around women and you think that behavior is okay. This is how I'm supposed to be spoken to because I'm a man. I'm supposed to be able to take that shit. No, it's not okay.
Okay.
So it can be a whole slew of shit. Just
Shout
not
out
having
to-
a father around to say, don't let that woman talk to you like that. Don't let your mama, you see your mama? She
Indeed.
started with all of that and I just gave her a kiss and shut her right up. Whatever, something.
Right.
De-escalating skills with women. No. Mm-mm.
Shout out to Sir Hale on the check-in. Hope all is well,
Did I
sir. Hope
answer
you
it?
had a great week. I mean, you did. I feel men, we understand women and quote unquote handle absolutely. The considerations that we're taught, how to speak, how to treat, so on and so forth. I would say yes, but I'm a man,
Right,
so they
right.
would say I'm biased. You know what I mean?
And I say no because I'm thinking of the women who say you got to handle me. That's a whole different realm of modern women.
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody like myself would not ever say that. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to have to learn to handle me. What the fuck does that even mean? But I get what you...
Indeed.
I think y'all have... Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to leave it at that.
Okay. Shout out to Karma on the check-in. I see she pulling in.
Hey, Karma.
Hope y'all doing well. We are just reflecting. Like you guys see the title card. It's been a year. And, we've been pushing out content. We've been appreciative of everybody who supports, of critics, of anyone who engages with our content. And we've been reflecting on the buzzwords and the talking points of the year. And, moving to 2023, we absolutely are going to focus on a more fruitful conversation in our particular space. But we have complete aspirations and confidence that the entire space is going to move to a different talking point in regards to men and women, because where we are now is informative, absolutely, but at the same time counterproductive. Right. Keep us in a neutral position. And I'm all for the neutral if that's what popular consensus wants to do. But at the same time, I know that the end game, we all have a certain goal of doing better, of having more fruitful relationships. And I think that, you know, this is a necessary evil, and it gets greater later, but it gets worse first. And, you know, I think we're right, you know, near a turning point to where we can have more healthy conversations in regards to men and women. And I'm all for it.
Yes.
You know, I've always been on the side of truth. Now, the truth has been that women have been leading our households and communities, and our communities are not looking the most positive.
Right.
And at the same time, we can say that, you know, men haven't been the best leaders, and haven't been provided the adequate consideration, or, you know, the turn to be a leader, to hang themselves with the rope, so to speak. So, you know, I absolutely see, you know, where we are and where we can go. And I just think it's a matter of time, but there's no time like the present. And just like, you know, resolutions, the turn of the calendar is the most opportune time to start.
Yes, I agree.
So before we get out of here, Mrs. Harris, do you have any final words on tonight's conversation? I think it's been a year, and, you know, I can't wait to see what 2023 is going to bring.
Right? I mean, you know, I look forward to it. You know, our years get better and better. So, you know, year 26, I'm looking forward. That's it. It's been a great ride, buddy.
I'll stay on. I go again.
You know, one more time, sir.
I go again.
Could you? Here's another ticket.
But yeah, shout out to everybody that checked in with us. Shout out to everybody that been rocking with us all year. We will be back at the turn of the calendar. The missus may come back on Sunday to check you guys out. I'm going to just chill out like I've been, and work on new material, work on a different, you know, course of action for the upcoming year. And look forward to seeing each and every last one of you content creators pushing out all of that dopeness that you guys do.
Getting fancy. Everybody's getting fancy.
Absolutely.
It's looking good, though.
Shout out to our sister Red Lipstick Vibes. She's an absolute inspiration to us. We appreciate her so much. And behind the scenes, we do a lot of talking, a lot of building, and, you know, just somebody that we met that we really appreciate in our circle.
Yeah.
You got
She's
any words
now
for,
our family.
for Red Lipstick?
Come on
There
now.
you
She
go.
know that's my sister.
There you go.
Stop playing. I don't want it. It's like water, baby.
B9 I met this year.
It's my brother.
And that was amazing.
Shout out
for
to
me.
you, brother.
So shout out to B9. Bro, I know you work hard. You know, you always, you know, moving and shaking, but I miss you out here.
Yes, sir.
And I appreciate you for dropping those jewels on me in front and behind the scenes.
Yep.
Sir Hale.
Absolutely.
Shout out to you.
It's my brother.
Got a lot of adopted family. You got a lot of brothers and
Yes,
shit.
I do. I love y'all. It's real. I mean, like I said, when we first came on here, I'm like, babe, a lot of brothers. I got y'all back. That's all I got to say. You know, and it doesn't mean I hate women. I love y'all to death, but we got to do better.
Right.
We want our men to do better, but we got to do better. So reflect on yourself. Stop pointing the finger at them. They got enough shit to deal with. You see, our man, God rest his soul, young 40-year-old brother committing suicide.
Shout out to Twitch.
It's so sad. It's a lot of our brothers.
His family
got a lot of weight that you couldn't even imagine. Not to say we don't, we do, but consider their shit a little bit. We don't want to keep losing our brothers. We need them all.
True,
he left behind his babies and his wife. It's real out here, you know. So showing some love is very important. You know, asking some questions and seeing how one another is doing it's important, yo.
It's been a year, JP. Hey, JP.
Hey, JP.
It's been a year. Yep. Shout out to JP, her whole team over there. It has. It's been a year. We just reflecting on the year, and, you know, the content that we've been pushing out month by month. We kind of went through a couple of different months just to see where we were at that particular time, and you know, giving flowers to ourselves pretty much for pushing out this material for 12 months and being dedicated and trying to be original and put our own spin on it, and giving flowers to everybody that rock with us. Now we about to get to the chat. The chat is amazing. Moderators, the chat, the love,
questions, yes,
from, you know, Big Bad Bull to
Death
IXL, Mage, Jenny,
yes, Lady
Lady Navoa. Just
awesome.
everybody is just so amazing, respectful. Karma, JP, Darrell Long, just, you know, Skrilla's on the check-in all the time.
M3 be popping in.
M3Z, Intellectual Soapbox. Just we love each and every last one of
Trash
y'all
Can
so
Waves.
much. Shout out to Trash Can Waves, Isaiah, Stephen Day, just you know, all the guys that show us love. Marcus. It's just so many people that, you know,
y'all appreciate
make this pleasurable and enjoyable, and we look forward to coming here on Thursdays to chop it up with y'all and build with y'all a little bit. And you know, it's always dope, man. And then we get to hit the end button and have more fun too. It really goes on when we hit that end button. But you know, that's a whole nother stream,
whole nother story.
You know.
TMI.
So y'all all have an amazing weekend.
Yeah, it's gonna be cold. Snuggle up with somebody.
Yeah. And, you know, get your last minute gifts out the way if that's what you do and all of that.
Right. Take it easy on your bank account, man. Don't go in debt for Christmas.
But be right.
Take
be
it
nice.
easy.
Be nice to yourself.
Teach the kids about reality and that food costs a lot more.
Be nice to yourself.
Jeez.
Because it gets a little expensive when you start going willy and nilly out there. So
Oh, now you gonna preach to me, right? Yeah, I'm gonna preach. And you gonna listen!
take it easy out there in them stores. Don't be going all crazy. You'll thank us later. But yeah, I'll have an amazing weekend, Mrs. Harris. Get us up out of here.
Yeah, we got the roll, Cole. Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Again, be kind to someone besides yourself. Take care, y'all. Be safe.
Everything in creation and in physical form has its own fundamental resonant frequencies. Everything in creation and in physical form has its own fundamental resonant frequencies.
Now you're being condescending. See,
You've been warned, all right? Let's move forward amicably.
Okay, well, check this out, though. First of all, you throwing too many big words at me. Okay, now, because I don't understand them, I'm going to take them as disrespect. Watch your mouth and help me with the sale.
Okay, see? See, now you found yourself a nigga. You was looking for a nigga? Nigga here now, see?
Okay.
I'm drunk now.
I got my own band now, you know? I got my own songs.
But look here, that lot of that stuff you doing there ain't nobody gonna buy that. I mean, maybe somebody buy it, but it ain't like you and me. I mean, when we was together, our thing was like this here.